We should be live. We should be live. If someone could check the stream. Someone could check the stream.
Yeah, yeah. Ready? Go ahead. You coming later, yeah? Can you make it or you got running?
Running.
Right. Call hello, Yahweh.
Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Hakadosh.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. I honor to you both out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. Shalom. Done with the Hebrew Israelites to come out every week to teach the word of the Lord, to proclaim the coming of the kingdom of heaven, which the kingdom of heaven is the rulership of the Israelites under Yahweh Shai on earth. Right? It's a kingdom that's going to be on earth that's going to replace this current kingdom that's being led by the devil himself, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, who the scriptures call Satan, that old serpent. All right, this kingdom's going to go down, and we're in the midst of that. This kingdom's already through. Esau's through. Esau's on the internet complaining about birth rates, crying about IQ, posting IQ maps. Through. You know you're through when you're posting IQ maps on the internet. If you want to know that your kingdom's going down, if you find yourself posting an IQ map, yeah, and complaining about your birth rates, you're finished out here. You're done out here. Well, mud shock, bro, through. So all we can still do is continue to proclaim the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai and the establishment of that kingdom. All right, but we got to read about it. You got to go back into the scriptures, say what faith coming through the hearing of the word. So we got to go back into the scriptures and read about it. So we're going to go into Isaiah today. I was thinking we could roll, and then if brothers got precepts that link, we'll link, but then come back. Yeah, because Isaiah is a powerful book. And another thing you have to realize about these scriptures, yeah, when you read in the book of Isaiah, it's been put into chapters to make it more palatable to read, right? But one thing is leading to another. Like one chapter is like a whole block. You know what I'm saying? It's not really isolated. If you read it, it's like a whole thing that Isaiah is going through. And it's all about Israel's fall and Israel's redemption if you read the prophecy. That's why by the time you get to Isaiah 60 and onwards, it's just bare scriptures about Israel being redeemed. But there's chapters where he's going into Israel down bad and all these things. So we're gonna go into it.
It's Isaiah chapter 52, verse 1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city, for henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and unclean.
So what's our strength? Our strength ain't physical fleshly muscle. But don't get it twisted. We got that. But we got that. We're still in captivity. We've never been short of titans in the nation of Israel. There's always been titans, big bucks, men with the athletic abilities that surpass the other nations. That's not nothing new. What you think is just now that it's only Jake would be picked for the football team. We've been have we got a precept on even Esau. We're the stronger nation to Esau. Esau had to run propaganda and diminish us as a people to make. That's where you get the system and the lie of so-called white supremacy. Esau didn't become the head over us because he was actually inherently superior. The reason he's over us is because of prophecy. It was the spirit of the Lord that said, yeah, this weak incel, low-level pink piglet is going to come over my people. And it don't make sense on paper. It's like when Greece won the Euros, man. On paper, it don't make sense. Because we, as a people, man, can we get that on the stronger nation? And can we also get, I think it's Jeremiah, I think, is it 25? No, I'll find it where it's supposed about, we got, let not the mighty man glory in his might.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get them two scriptures, man. We've always been even if you're talking about physically strong, we've always been a physically strong people. We've always had intelligent Jakes. This is not nothing we was ever short of. The only time we fell short and lost our true strength is when we turned away from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And spiritually, we were finished. Judah. We could get that if you want as well. Let's run these scriptures, man.
I got Jeremiah.
Yeah, run the other one first about Esau. We're stronger than Esau, man.
Genesis 25.
Yeah, that's what I want. Let's get that real quick.
Genesis 25 and verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
So 2 races. If nation and race, we broke it down before, is the same thing. Now, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians technically are all the same race. We're the same race of people, and Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, they're the same race of people as them. We're separate, but this is our race over here. This is theirs. So 2 manner of people are separated, meaning we got 2 different spirits who operate on 2 different vibrations. Esau operates on the freaky, deaky, but demonic vibration with a lack of spirit, with a lack of flavor. That's Esau. Our spirits is diverse, but it's flavorsome. And you know what I'm saying? Jacob got diverse spirits among the tribes, but every spirit is flavor. It's got that je ne sais quoi. Esau ain't got that je ne sais quoi. He don't operate on the same rhythm or vibration as us. We're on a higher rhythm. That's why we could take the most like plain thing and it's cool because it's got a cool vibration on it. And Esau hates that. Esau hates that Jake can just get together with a few animal skins here, and next thing you know is a champ is here, and niggas start rapping and they hate. Oh, look at them niggas. They're always trying to find a way to because we could make anything fun.
Yeah.
We could turn man will be at work doing bullshit and be busting jokes and fun, whereas Esau's just plain.
Even when Jake do a little 2-step, it's literally just a 2-step, and it looks cool.
And it looks cool. We could take simple things and make it into something that is extra. It's got something else to it, that je ne sais quoi. Because we got that specialization, man. The salt of the earth, baby.
Shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other people.
We are actually the stronger people. We are the stronger people. Like he lied through the system of white supremacy. They made an evolution. They tried to make it look like Esau, Edom is the more evolved form of man, which means he's stronger, faster, smarter. But he's not. It's actually the other way around. Jake is stronger, faster. We got all the ingredients. We got the best sprinters. When it comes to fast twitch agility, bro, Jake, there's the normal average Jake, isn't special. You know, if you're bro, when you're living among Jake, you're not you gotta do a lot to be special. You gotta do a lot to be like on a level. Now, when you're a Jake growing among Edomites, you're probably gonna be the fastest or second fastest. That's how it is. That's how
No training.
no training. Like, just naturally stronger, faster, right? We're more creative. Now, you want to talk about endurance running. The best endurance runners are in South America. They're not actually from East Africa. It's just they don't take part in the Olympics. They run barefoot. They have their own Olympics that they run over there in South America that they run barefoot. And them man be running through harsh terrain, bro. There's long distance, guys. The running tribe. Yeah, their man be doing it serious. God was a long distance runner. Like, we got it all, baby. We got the intellect.
He still has to do a lot to hold Jake back.
Yeah, you had to lie. Because that's why you had the lie of boxing. Remember, they didn't want a so-called black man to become a heavyweight boxing champion. Because they wanted the image of the strongest warrior is a so-called white man. Because the system of white supremacy demands it. It demands that that Esau is the best at everything. He's superior in everything. But as soon as they let Jacob in there, Jacob been dominating that from, it's not even a question no more.
That's why he's stronger to get the basketball team. He's stronger to get a football team.
Basketball, anything you let Jake get into and start doing, even down to ice skating. There's a black woman I forgot her name. She's in ice skating. They were hating on her. And then she done an illegal, what they call an illegal move, where she done a full like somersault type thing, and she did it on purpose. Yeah, and got disqualified. She was the best ice skater.
Yeah, on the sports things as well. It's like ESA will use certain sports, like in the global stage. It's all about actually how much money is spent on it,
Yep.
right? So if you think about something like cycling, like you can have a Jake that's a bad boy cycler, right? You know, from one of those so-called African countries, if you will. But Britain can spend 30,000 on a bike. They can spend millions on the velodromes and training facilities. And when you're at that elite level, those little differences matter.
But what happens when they immigrate here and they get access to the facilities?
Exactly.
You look at Team GB. Now you got the England football team. They're crying, oh, diversity, and then they're so weak, man. You Edomites are so weak, bro. The reason these men are in the England team is because you man are weak, and they are better. Even though we're a smaller portion of the population, men are just better. We're faster, stronger. Yeah, you just move. Wan-Bissaka, remember he's not been England, but bro, them Jakes just move. We was in school. We know what it's like. Eat 'em, man. Boom. Get man off the ball, bro. Straight away.
Go gym.
Yeah, you gotta be a special eater.
Man breaks a leg.
Breaks leg, broken. But then they'll go, but how come Congo don't? There's no diversity in Congo. Bro, if you're not making it into the team when you're the majority of the population, how the hell are you gonna make it into the team if you're the minority?
Yeah.
Where's the IQ? If you're struggling to make it into the team in England, but in Congo where there's less of you, you're gonna make it into the Congo team. Have you seen them animals, bro? Move. That's what you're hearing.
Yeah.
Man showing you down the line. Yeah, dribble.
Get past the day.
Move. Stay away. Bro. Come on, man. What are we talking about? You're weak and it's being exposed. It's been exposed that you're not the stronger one. We're the better warriors. We only lost these battles because of the curses. Okay, go on.
I was gonna say this because the only thing you can control now is the intellect side of things.
Which is
Because-
another lie.
Because that's not out in the open. You can hide those behind closed doors. No one knows about these things, right? So you try and hold on to that. But in reality, like even throughout history, Jay has always played major parts in the development of kingdoms and civilizations, man.
Fucking IQ
You know?
maps. You weak piglets, man. Posting IQ maps. And then you go do an IQ test, it's
that's-
probably 15.
That's why they're whining. Why? Stop whining. You know?
But my IQ.
It says, and the other people and the elder shall serve the younger.
Because the actual rightful order of things is you Edomites are supposed to be subordinate to us. Things are upside down right now, and it's not because of through merit. You didn't earn the position you have on the earth right now. Your position was given to you by default because we messed up. Because we transgressed against the Lord, the curses brought us down and allowed you to go up. The hedge was taken from off us, and you got one over on us. You were not stronger than Gad. You were not greater warriors than Gad. Not even a day in your life. But when you look into the history, what happened? You were blessed with the Gatling gun, and Gad was all into fighting, and some of the Gadites were just on some peace thing. The Lord put a docile spirit on them where they just wanted to make peace. When really, if the Lord put the right spirit on them, they would have tore all you Edomites up like meat grinder before you even established yourself in that land. Because God was some real warriors, spooky warriors out there, and they still are. But they got drunk and now they're alcoholics and out of the game, like drunk Thor. Yeah? But they're still superior. Look at Judah. Judah's superior, man. That's why you're intimidated. Remember, sport is nothing more than war. It's an enactment of war. So if you want to get an idea of the warrior capacity of Jake, all you need to do is look at sport. Look at the NBA players and the NFL players, and imagine that they weren't in a system learning how to kick a ball and throw a ball, and instead they were throwing spears, and throwing arrows. You got man like Kobe Bryant, but Kobe ain't trying to dunk on you. Kobe's going out there chopping off heads and practicing with a sword his whole life. Then you will see the kind of the kind of people the Lord created. These are titans, man. Them super Jakes here are a serious problem on the battlefield. But the Lord showed his power by saying, yeah, I know you're a super titan, but guess what? If I put a curse on you, that little pink piglet over there can come and overcome you and have you man running 7 ways. And it don't make sense. That how you got a whole bunch of big buck Jakes here and you got some peckerwood slaving over them. And then Jake's all like broken and yes, massa. Yeah, of course it don't make sense because it was a curse. It was a spirit that brought Jake down. It weren't because Esau is this dominant. Come on, man.
Reset. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. But thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
We're supposed to be above. We're the true superior ones, and we're superior inherently. We're actually genetically superior. We got the best genes. Period. Out of all the nations. Even when you're around Elam. Remember Elam said to me, bro, man, it seems like all of your people can rap. And you work with Elam, yeah, and them niggas be weak, bro. They need help like women, bro. You know? Some of the Jake women is stronger than them, bro. I'm telling you, my Aunt Millie, man, R.I.P. Bro, she was a soldier, bro. She had some calves on her, bro. You know, this brother knows, bro. She take out a few Edomites herself, man. Oh, you got Jeremiah.
Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 23. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom.
We had wise men. Jake had Esau right now, because he's the one in control of the universities and all these different things. He was able to make it look like he's the chief one, which that would happen when you're in power and you're ruling and you control the institutions. It looks like you're the one that's got it going on. Anyone can do that. We had that. When we was among our people, we had our intellects, bro. Our wise men that had the knowledge. The scripture says the kind of there, scientists, inventors. Solomon was chief of them all. We weren't no people that didn't have our own scientists and intellects and wise men in knowledge. We had that. We had the know-how in to do all these different things. That's why we made good people to captivate and then get them man working for you. That's what they did with Daniel and that. Oh, get the chiefest among them and they're going to come and work for us and build up our kingdom. Because Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach and all the princes, they were learned men. They weren't ooga boogering guys. These men were learned men. They knew multiple languages, because you can prove that in the scriptures. They were learned men with multiple languages, man. We had an upper class. They weren't just farmers, bro. You see it there.
Because as soon as you start talking about commerce, you need to be able to navigate these different languages.
See it.
Yep. It says, neither let the mighty man glory in his might.
Bro, we had mighty men galore. And we're not even going to start with David and his. Them are the elite. That's the Hall of Fame right there. That's the man in the Hall of Fame. When you start talking about the David and the 37 mighty men, that's like not normal, bro. That's your elite of your elite of your elite, like dudes that's doing madness on the field, bro.
800 men with a spear.
What was it Joshua's brother? Who was it? No, not Joshua. Oh man, Joab's brother. Benaiah. Wasn't it Benaiah? Yeah, Benaiah. Yeah, Asahel. Yeah. You got Asahel. The scriptures say Asahel was swifter than the rose in the field. Speed. You read about Joab throwing darts in man's chest. Man was surgically stabbing man to hit the vital organs, bro.
Yeah.
Under the third rib or fifth rib? Bro, that means man's. You ever seen the movie Jet Li, The Hero? That's what he practiced to be accurate with the spear. Because there's a difference between just, and when you're actually accurate with it, you can hit certain points on a man's body, man.
Yeah.
with intent. You know, even boxers, the accuracy of able to hit with a moving target. Yeah, that's what they were on. We always, and that's just the guys at the top. And you go down to the second tier, third tier, fourth tier, even they were just madmen. But obviously, that's just next level. We had mighty men galore. That's why our people got proud. Because it's like, Babylonians are going to come and take us down. How?
Yeah.
That's why he said, don't let not the mighty man glory in his might. Because man got proud with, okay, we got wise men. We got mighty men galore. Bare raw Jakes. And back then, it's Judah and Benjamin together. And just one of the tribes is formidable. Just one tribe is formidable. Benjamin were known with the ambidextrous, blood, using the left hand, flinging stones, headshot. What? Boss head, man. Then you got Judah with that. Levi? You see Levi mess up the French when they stood up. You feel me? Now, and then you ain't even talking about the other tribes. Gad, bro, all the tribes have got warriors. I was watching one thing with the Aztecas, them ancient warriors thing, and one of the guys that was still following the way, bro, man went and did a forward flip, yeah, and just flinging darts, yeah, in the chest. You remember that program,
I
the
think I've
ancient
seen it,
warriors
yeah,
thing,
I've
and he was
seen it,
showing
yeah.
how the Jaguar warriors. But them Jaguar warriors were different, bro. Jake been animals, bro. But the curses overcome all that.
Since you want to mention, say this.
Yeah.
Since you want to mention Joab, that's why you got to be careful, man. Because Joab, the Most High had Joab clinging to the altar, fleeing for his life.
Yeah.
You know, Benaiah was sent for him, and that was under by a decree of what King David on his deathbed.
Yeah. Because
he sided with Adoniah, because Adoniah made a feast. You know what I mean? Proclaiming himself to be king because he was the firstborn. You know, he was the eldest son, but it would belong to King Solomon.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to get and he was a captain of the army. Yeah.
It's just to say time and chance happens to every man, man.
That's it.
If the Most High decides which time,
Yeah,
nothing
man.
you could do about it, no matter how mighty you are or whatever.
Bro, Saul was a mighty man.
Yes.
Saul was a mighty man. He was taking out his thousands, yeah. Saul was tall, Benjamin, tearing up flesh on the battlefield. The scriptures call him the weapons of the Lord. Serious prayer. Jonathan was a real bad man too. Abner was a real bad man. Bro, we ain't had no shortage of warriors, man. Judas Maccabees and the man that was with him. We've always had crazy warriors, and that's why even today, you see what's happening in the sports arena. That's just a reflection of imagine if all those guys in the sports were trained. And then not just them. There's guys that's not in professional sports that could be. There's bare Jake like that. There's no man from the ends that were ballers and they just didn't have the right attitude. You know what I'm saying? Now man's working in Tesco and that. If you all of Israel, when they were growing up, were being trained in war, the army that man could select from is just even the man that's on the bench are crazy.
Damn, yeah.
Even the bench is crazy, bro. It's looking like prime AC Milan team, blood. You know what I mean? Crazy. Bringing Seedorf, a man off the bench. And that. Like, what? Go ahead.
Continue on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says, let not the rich man glory in his riches.
We had money. We weren't always broke pocket people. There was a time that we had peace. We had peace. We had warriors. We had wise men. Go on now.
It says, but let him that glorieth, glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me.
So even though we were given all these advantages, firstly with the physical advantage, the spiritual is the most important, which means to cling on to the knowledge and wisdom and the faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And that's what has brought us down to the position we're in. And not because Esau's so great, simply because we disobeyed the Lord and the Lord put the curses on us, and the curses brought us down and brought Esau up. Esau's never been superior to us, but not even a day in his life, man. Not even a day in his life. It's all been fake, and that's why they're crying now, because they're trying to reverse back to a time when they had that lie going. So now the average Edomite realizes, wow, man, I ain't cool. Like, I'm kind of weak. I'm kind of scared when I see these Negroes because they don't automatically remember, Esau terrorized Jake through the psychological programming where you would have a big buck titan
Bowing
their head to any random Baconite, and the Baconite knew he had that power. That one word for me, boy. Are you giving me sass, boy?
And it's like, who are you? Now they're pissed because they know they can't do that. If the average Edomite comes out of his workplace or comes off the door and walks past a Jake and looks at him wrong, Jake might slap his damn face off, man. Jake like, what you say? And that's why they're upset on Twitter. They want to go back to a time where they can get their ego boosted off Jake, where they can feel. That's why in the workplace they do that. I've seen it. I've seen Edomites in the workplace talking to Jake, big Congolese. You know them, mate, bro. One guy I know, bro. Man's like a titan, bro.
Muscles
You know
on the
them way
muscles.
there. Muscles on muscles. Man's got SIA badge. Man's a bodyguard. Man's done close protection
Damn.
for you know what I'm saying? Man's a real warrior that he's not the kind of prayer that you talk to a certain way just off the bat. The Bible says, strive not with a mighty man. Dude's one knuckle's the size of your fucking hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thump, yeah, it swell up straight.
What did Trump say about Alex Pereira's hand? He was like, we talking about how big his hand was and you don't want to mess with that.
And then you get some pot belly, low down, dirty Edomite violating man on the radio. It's like, bro, and then it's like, huh? Because yeah, that's the only time you can do that. Because you know, if you buck man in Asda or you bucked man on the road anywhere, there's no way in your life you ever even look to you will cross the road, man. There's no way you would talk to man. That's why they're dying to be able to call Jake a nigger. It's free speech. It's free speech. I should be. Why are you so emotional? They want to be able to violate Jake and not get punched up. They want to go back to that period, but that period ain't coming back.
And that's what's beautiful about all of this crime they're doing on Twitter, because Esau's coming with that solution, which is everyone has to ID themselves on the social medias, right? And then it's like, okay, speak now, you know.
They don't want to speak now because their whole life is realized that they go to the gym and they still can't look like Jake.
Yeah.
Jake could be homeless on the street, and got an 8-pack.
Yeah.
Clean. Oh, hurt, blood. They trying to follow Liver King. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we've been superior. The whole idea of Esau's superiority has always been a lie, and the lie is now broken. The idea that you were in the position you're in because you're better than Jake. Jake was always better than you, but it was well known Jake has to work 4 times as hard or prove himself 4 times as much to get the same job. Now, because they did a few little Bandulu DEI things and a couple of Jakes got a job, even though Esau still predominantly got the jobs, they're like, oh, DEI, crying. No, what you're crying about is you can't automatically get the job because you're white, because you've always been incompetent. You Edomites are original jobs for the lads.
Yeah.
We know that. Mate, back in the day, mate, that guy there, his uncle, and he got the job because, but what are you talking about? Meritocracy. Oh, all we want is for the country to go back with the best person for the job gets the job. Bro, why are you lying for? It's never been the best person for the job gets the job. It's always been jobs for the lads. It's always been jobs for the boy. It's always been hire your own first. And the Jake has to prove himself, you're overqualified. And Jake get the job and he's on the 10 times more scrutiny. So if he makes a mistake, he's incompetent. If an Edomite makes a mistake, it was just a bad day. Esau's allowed to have a bad day. Jake can't have a bad day. Esau can have a bad year. Man would just overlook it. Like, cool.
How much time do we see that?
Bro.
These corporations, man. These men fuck up some shit, do some scandal, and they just pissed off and get a next higher level job. Bro,
Bro, I've seen man fail their competency exams. Man's fail their competency exams, bro. And just be there. Until finally man did something that nearly could have got someone killed. And that's when man's card is getting pulled. But for the whole time, they were getting covered. Now, if that was a Jake, ain't nobody gonna cover you like that.
Never.
That's why the first thing happens, a black pilot, God forbid, the plane crashes. Oh, it's a DEI. He should never have been on the plane. Or when the Edomites are dropping out the sky, bad day, you know. No, bro. No, we're not having it.
There was that German wings pilot. He flew the plane into the side of the mountain. Right? He just flew it into, and it didn't even say the T word, nothing. It was mental health. What's up, bro? You killed 300
It
people.
must be the same with the guy who hit the Titanic, who hit the iceberg of the Titanic.
Yeah.
This is it, you know?
Now, how many Edomites here have been lying on their CVs? How many Edomites have lied on their CV about qualification and experiences they had and just blagged their way through the workplace?
The only thing Jake got to lie about is the fucking name.
What are you talking
You know
about?
what I mean? Because that's how bad it is. You can't put your real name. You have to, change your name to some white sounding name so you can get in, or even have a deal interview in the first place.
The world is finding out that you Edomites are just not
Pathetic.
all you were cracked up to be. You're not. You got lucky, yeah, but it's over, buddy. Yeah?
Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 7, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
The world is upside down. You Edomites should only be in a position of servitude under Jake, man. And that's how it's going to go back to. So all your Twittering and your IQ maps ain't going to mean nothing, man. You are going into slavery under the true and rightful rulers of the earth, which are the Israelites. And we're not rulers because we say we are. We're rulers by the divine unction. The Heavenly Father who created this earth actually created the people with the right characteristics to play that role. The only thing we're missing is the righteousness, and we're going to receive that through the new covenant. But we already were gifted everything else. We still have the gift. Even in our lowest state, Jake is still gifted. Jake will just do some crazy stuff, and you're like, how does man do that? How does man know how to do that?
That's what I said earlier. Esau does so much to keep us hold us back from stuff, distracting us with all kind of wickedness and madness, man. Or not funding us. Just keeping us, keeping the nation dirt poor, so they can't progress.
Keeping our mind, hazed into that. Listen, bro. You see, as Jake can do everything and be everything. Every instrument, every hobby, everything. Mountain climbing, everything. We can do everything. We could do it all. Snowboarding, yeah, we could do it, man. But a lot of things, Esau forced us into marginalized us into a little box. When really, we're the people of the Lord. The world is ours. And everything in it. And every pursuit.
Yep.
And we could be at the top of every pursuit.
Because Salakis will come because he will put out things like Jake don't do this. Like for instance, this idea, this notion that Jake don't swim. But as you say, you go to the islands, Jake swim.
It's a lie. That. What do you mean we don't swim? Again, trying to make it look like we lack of something. The only thing we're lacking is faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You ain't above us in anything, in any arena. You got more money than us, yeah, okay, we'll give you that. Well, what's bread?
Still got gains, isn't it?
But you know what? You can have all the bread in the world and still be a lame, bro. Because money can't fix that. Money can't fix ugly, and money can't fix being a lame. That's what we find out. That's why you Edomites are on the internet, yeah, paying hoes to send you farts, man. Because you're a lame. You got fair money, but you're still a lame.
True.
Yeah, whereas you get a broke Jake and he's still rich and you want to be him. That's why you're envious and you're angry when you see Jake enjoying themselves. And they're broke. Jake just needs a couple Guinness. Man, they're chilling and having fun. And they're on the internet. Look at these. Why can't I be cool? Like vocab. Dudes, they ain't got no flavor, bro. Just a nerd. You know what I mean? Just a dweeb. A dork. This is a dork, man. And, the Christology. Get the hell out of here. You wish you was one of us, man, but you can't be around us, man. Because you can't buy flavor. You can't buy certain characteristics. You can't buy genetics either. You want to. That's why you're trying to develop the technology, because you want to be able to transform yourself into one of us. Something better, stronger, faster. You don't know what it's like to run and feel the wind in your ears, blood.
That's what get out. Get out.
He was running everywhere.
I don't know what it's like to feel power, blood, in your legs. You know what I mean? When man just rise up, boom. They don't know what that's like. Well, when I was in school, man was out jumping Edomites that was smaller than me. They don't know what it's like. People, we take it for granted. They don't know what it's like to feel virility, bro.
And we're gonna go even beyond this.
Real power, real power.
Beyond this, man. Never reach it.
Might be a bait. Bro. What do you mean with his hand on the shoulder?
That could take for a million years and never reach our level, bro.
Yeah, if you're a dweeb, there's certain things money can't change, man. Just like a bitch. If you're ugly, you ugly, bro. You still envious of the bitch that's pretty. Because some things are inherent. You're born with it, bro, and then no money can change it. You're lame, money can't change that. Look at DJ Academics, bro. That's a lame. Might be a tear. Hey, go on, man. Yeah.
The book of Baruch 3, from 27, 26. There were the giants famous from the beginning, that were of so great stature and so expert in war. Thus did not the Lord choose, neither gave he the way of knowledge unto them.
It's all about the prominent thing is this word, which is what we're being given now. We're being endued with this word through Yahweh Shai, which is the missing piece of the puzzle. And that's what's going to overturn all of this and wipe supremacy off the face of the planet and just remove it. And the world's going to see that this guy weren't really nothing anymore. He was always a fraud. He was a fraud. A little dweeb, a little incel that he can't even reproduce because he's so gay. Even his own women are realizing, yo, these niggas is dorks, man. I need to go and get me one of these dates, man. Oh, you're a mud shark. Oh, my birth rate. I've never seen a man blame another group of men on their birth rate on another group of men. You'll never hear Jake. That's one thing here, Jake didn't complain about birth rates. Oh, man, we ain't having enough children. What we gonna do, man? What we gonna do? Oh,
Yeah, easy. Just leave it in.
immigrants, man, they coming in and they're breeding. Who's stopping you from breeding?
Man, you have to be told nothing.
Exactly.
You have to be told nothing, bro.
Jake gotta stop breeding, like they just be breeding like nothing.
The more they oppress them, the more they multiply. Yeah.
Y'all are just out there, cartel, come breed.
Never be a problem. Say less.
Give me that next door. Yeah, but I got a good job, you know. Esau got a good job, and you still lame, can't get no girl. It's crazy.
Can I read this quickly?
Oh, hold on 1 second. Remember that dude that was on the university and he went on the killing spree? Started killing all them white women.
Oh yeah, and wasn't he like the son of some director or something
Bro,
like
the
that?
guy started killing women, bro.
Yeah, and he had a
Never
big
lied
whip.
to me.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah. He was in the BM. He was like in a
from Britain,
right. If I remember, yeah.
you know. That red pill race, they're all whores. You know, because obviously he had to watch Jake, you know. That's really what it was, man. They're all whores. You know, sitting there red pill raging. They're all whores. And really, it's because you're not getting none. That's why you're hurt.
They showed that in the movie, picture, bro. The whole movie was about Will Smith and Jake showing the Edomite how to get a woman, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other guy, power suit, power tie.
No, I've seen a homeless man with gal. Homeless crackheads with a gal, and you can't get one, and you got a good job. Like you're just a lame, bro. Crazy. Anyway, go on. But your youth's gonna come out weak anyway. Weak, lifeless, and head can't keep his head up and all that stuff.
If his seed be multiplied for the sword.
With the sword, man.
It's a quick one. Isaiah 14:10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? You portray yourself as this mighty one on the earth. You ain't really. You ain't really.
Now with a big gun.
You get your elites, bro. They're frail as hell. They're clinging desperately to life.
Oh, it's Donald Trump. Some fraud. He's a draft dodger. He dodged the draft. He's not no warrior. He talks tough. In fact, you're right. He's the embodiment of the Edomite man. He talks a tough game, but he's hiding behind pressing buttons. He's not a real bad man. They're not all, they had a few real bad men, but they ain't around no more. They're just waste, man. They're just guys that do a lot more talking. And once you get past all the bravado, you realize this is just a man, a very weak man at that. How did this man even take over the world? It had to be the Lord pulling strings. And when you read in the history, same thing in West Africa. Jake was having a whole bunch of infighting and internal warfare. When you go to the Americas, wasn't it the same thing? Jake was broken down and ready to be taken. And then man had the Gatling gun. You know? Go on, now.
Precept?
Yeah.
Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
It's in the Lord's power, but the word basis means whoever's at the bottom of the pyramid. It's in the Lord's power to take a nation that's at the bottom of the social structure, put them at the top. And that's happened multiple times in history. Because every time there's been a nation on top, it always looked like they were always going to be on top when they were on top. And the guy at the bottom, it looked like they were always going to be on the bottom. At one time, Esau was on the bottom. Now he's on top. One time, Cush was on top. Ain't nobody looking at them like they could have ever done anything. But one time they were. Elam just doing coding and cooking food. Man. At one time they had the Persian Empire, which is a vast empire. You feel what I'm saying? So it's in the power of the Lord through his word to set up a circumstance where the guy that's at the bottom goes to the top. And that's going to happen again. Because who's the basis of men today? Jake. We're the basis. We're the lowest guy on the whole in the world. If they were to pinpoint who matters, we're at the bottom. No one cares.
Earlier, that, you know, Prince Brown and
Servants. No one cares about the African American outside sports and entertainment. In terms of real political, no one don't care. The man don't. Oh, what's your thoughts on Iran? No one cares. This is world business. Stay out of it. That's their mentality. Not knowing that same people that man looked down on as being their voices are worthy to be heard because they got no power are going to have the number one voice. But the Lord's about to do it again. Through his word, those people are going to be placed on top of all people.
the Lord laid it out, man. Through Daniel was the dream that the Lord gave to Daniel. He laid without all the kingdoms, the empires that will come upon the earth, man. You, Esau, Edom, you're that kingdom of iron, man, and the clay. Right, so you have to go down. You will go down. And the kingdom of heaven is going to be established through Yahweh Shai, man.
You think because you got some technology and a little bit of witchcraft that you're going to be able to prolong your thing. Your thing can't be prolonged, bro. The Job,
Yeah. Found it on that path.
what's it, 15?
Yeah. So 5
5.
Job 14.
Yeah, 14.
Set the bounds of they cannot pass, man.
Job 14, verse 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
That's why you're not going to be able to turn it back, man. Like I said, the average Edomite's feeling it first. They're feeling that the whites, bro, they never used to be like this. Niggas is looking at me in the eye.
Yeah, you eyeball.
I'm broke. I turn on the TV. There's niggas with more money than me. Flashing it, laughing. They got a white woman on their arm. And all I'm picturing is them plowing her full with many sorrows. She's enjoying it. Niggas on the TV like, yeah! Little John, yeah! Big ass medallions, and I'm hurt, bro. I'm hurt. Like, I'm thinking, hold on, bro. Isn't this? I'm the superior one. How is this happening? Then I'm hearing if I even say something against man and I call him a nigger, the police are trying to come at me and they're upset. Like, hold on, this is my country.
But they're a nigga.
This is a nigger, man. I can't call him a nigger.
Yeah.
Like the man that tried to build her, man. Just a homo, bro. He's the epitome of an Edomite. He was getting boned by black women. He was getting opened up. He was clapping his cheeks.
Damn.
Then he was getting his cheeks clapped by a feminine Edomite. And then one of the messages he was saying was, well, you know, the white woman, she's not feminine no more. So you might as well get with a feminine male because they're more feminine.
Yeah,
That's what he was saying in the messages. When he was explaining to his wife why he was with this femme dude.
That's crazy.
He was saying, yeah, because
The spirit which is in him is not alright.
that's super gay.
then we went through all of that crisis of identity, coming to terms with the fact that he's gay, and then what it came down to, well, I know I'm a loser, I know I'm getting my cheeks clapped and I like it. How do I get, and I can't even get any ratings for being white though, because that was the only thing most of them have. They're nobodies, they're low down, They know their shit, but it was always worth something, the color of that skin.
Mm-hmm.
It was, you know, it was always worth more. Now it's not worth nothing because man don't rate you. So you want to come out now and call them niggas to get it back. I have the right to call you a nigga and you ain't gonna do nothing about it, nigga. Oh, they chimping out. They chimping out. Bro, what a loser,
Bro,
bro.
you're gonna get hate crush, man.
What a loser. And then you purposely don't do that shit in certain areas
Mm.
because you know there's niggas that ain't got no future. And they don't care that you're on live. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Talking about it's a free speech. Bro, if it's free speech, go to the airport and shout bomb and let's see what happens to you. Since it's free speech. You wanna make sure I have a right to free. Okay, go to LAX here, go to the middle of the security area and say, I got a bomb. Free speech, right? Them niggas will fucking twist you up and fucking land you on your damn teeth, bro. 100%, bro. Or you running around talking about calling people nigga, but to go to the block where them niggas are that ain't got no future. You know them niggas, man. They just don't got no future, bro. They're waiting to be impulsive. Then you're gonna see some real chimping out. Niggas will put it all over you, man. Bitch ass nigga, man. But that's all they got now. Because it's that spirit and that system, it's really died. It's gone down. The white woman is heading down in everyone's estimation. They're feeling insecure because their form in general is no longer rated. So they now need to buy fillers. They now need to buy BBLs. Because it's not enough to just be white no more. It used to be, that was enough. Now, the new generation of Jakes are like, that's a dead thing. You ain't got the booty. Man's like, now the old, their granddads were like, as long as it's white blood, it's the most beautiful thing ever. Now it's like, yo, that's a dead thing, fam. You know, I need to go get a BBL, man. I feel insecure because the Instagram baddies got the BBLs. They got to catch up because that's all a sign that it's not enough just to be white no more. That's a sign that your kingdom's going down. Your witchcraft and that all you pulling off eyes is fading away.
Habakkuk 2 verse 16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The coat of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
You no longer got the moral high ground. Edomites used to get away with a lot of things because people would assume that they're not guilty. The whole Karen thing put the Edomite woman in a bad light. Man just know they're just Karen acting up again. Man don't even take her serious no more. It's just Karen. Karen's doing it again. Before it'd be like, oh my God, what happened?
What is the thing?
Let me see the manager. And the manager be like,
Jake chimped out, but Karen's okay. Karen's okay. Karen. Fuck that, man.
The same Karen in our captivity was getting killed, man.
Yeah.
Lying on us.
Yeah,
now man is calling them out. Man will get the phone out now and call them out. Now you're going viral and now you're getting hate for it. It's like, what? You mean I can't just manipulate people no more?
No.
Nah, all that's
time
done.
no more.
All that's done. You had one where the Edomite tried to call man a nigger and then the other man dragged him, went outside, beat him up, dragged him back into the store and made him apologize. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I can't believe it. Like, yeah, bro, there's no benefit to being that more, no more. It's a bit, but it's a spiritual thing. We're at the end of your kingdom. The spell, the witchcraft, it's all running out, man. And we're proof of that. We're spiritually waking up to you. We're the number one proof of that. Vocab wants to come and keep that going. That's what you brothers got to understand. The reason Vocab is obsessed with the Hebrew Israelites is because he should have been able to come to us and say, what you're teaching is wrong, that I'm white, I'm going to tell you what it is, now you're going to just do that. And we were like, who the fuck is it? Man, get the fuck out of here, man. We were doing the Canelo thing. Who the fuck, yo, man, it's my night. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'll fuck you up. You know, Andrade. He's like, who did? Yeah. You know, what the fuck is this guy? Get the fuck out of here, man. But that's what we're doing, and he don't like it. Because we're just like, bro, we don't need your verification.
Because we're coming from being the most oppressed people on the planet underneath you, right? Right, no word, we right be able to say nothing. We have to put up everything. We spoke a word, man, we're gonna get lynched or some shit, man. Or then fast forward to now, we're the most vocal against you, man. Yeah. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it because the most highest time, you know, no time for your downfall.
Don't believe you.
Yeah.
You can't just say it now.
And you ain't gonna do nothing about it either. You can't say anything about it.
The anthology of the Christian. Your big words don't mean nothing to us no more. We got dictionaries, bro. Yo, the Christology of the anthropology of the pathology, you know, of the
And
shut
our
up, man.
bullshit meter is like way up there, man. You know, bullshit, man. You heard enough bullshit from you guys, right?
Yeah.
Lamentation 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked.
Yeah, hey, listen. You think it's bad now? There ain't gonna be no Twitter in the kingdom. The express. The IQ maps ain't gonna say, but my IQ. Listen, none of this stuff, bro. When we get you in the kingdom, yeah, you're gonna be under our express authority. We're gonna be chimping out for 1,000 years on your ass. You think you know about chimping out? You're gonna experience real chimping out, and you're gonna find out the reality of hell. You think you got it bad now just because Jake's standing up to you? Oh, we're being taken over and invaded, bro. Listen, you about to go through hell, untold, unmitigated hell. We are going to. You're gonna know that you're hated every day. Because we're gonna hate you. We're gonna let you know.
And then pursuant to Isaiah as well. It's not just going to be us. These other heathen nations, they're going to be because right now that's what what's helping to prop Esau up. These heathen nations still looking at him a certain way.
They got
They lick the crumbs.
In it.
Yeah.
You're cooked. Every single day, you're just gonna dread having to wake up because it's gonna be bad, man. You're gonna be doing work, and then when you're not doing work, you're just gonna be getting beaten. It's just gonna be another psychological mind game. Can't we play mind games on you Edomites, man? I'm gonna have you thinking you escaped, and I'm there with you. This way, brother. This way, brother. Come. You know what I mean? It's the hope that kills you, bro. Bro, mind games, bro. Cycle, because hold on, Esau was running psyops on us. Scripture says what? You reap what you sow, bro. We're gonna be running psyops on you.
Oh, was it 12 years a slave? You're gonna get that. That's what they were doing, man.
100%.
Singing you down, chanting you down and shit.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it back.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're gonna get it back, bro. It's gonna be mental torture for you, man.
That's it.
I might even have you thinking there's a Messiah coming for you. You know what I mean? And you find out it was all a lie. Oh shit. Psych. It was me.
I can say, though, you mentioned how we're gonna wish it was like the night. They're gonna wake up scared. They're gonna wish the night. That's in the curses for us.
Exactly.
That's the evening.
Because you're not gonna be safe either. Because you never know when you might get sold or you might get beaten. Sometimes it might be for no reason. Yeah, sometimes you have to have them anxiety whippings, bro. You just don't. Oh shit! I didn't do nothing. You know, just keep on their toes. Sharp. You never know, bro. You're always in fear because you need to learn that. Because Jake was living like that. Jake was living in fear. They don't know. Even something happened to another Jake did a crime, and you might get lynched for it. And you're fearing for your life because Esau don't care who he gets. You're gonna learn that fear, man.
That's
No assurance of your life, man.
And you're gonna look forward to the day when the Most High decides to get rid of you, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, but we might we might even just psych you out and say, Lord have mercy on you. Man. You're gonna go.
Even if you commit suicide, you're gonna come right back, bro. We do it all over again.
Oh yeah.
Respawn.
Respawn.
Really quick.
Yeah.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute.
And the Lord say He'll give them the double portion, man.
Yep,
you know, it's caused our enemies 1,000 times more. Right? So those things that we suffered and experienced under you, man, I'm sure you're gonna get and worse.
You're gonna be over there in the Caribbean because brothers love that rum. I ain't gonna lie to you. So we're going and bro, let me tell you something about that work, yeah. It's a 24-hour job, man.
Yeah.
That sugarcane harvest,
employment for all.
And ain't gonna be all this. We ain't gonna have no technology. Well, we gonna have technology, but
you're the
not Yeah, we're going to replace the labor, bro.
Yeah.
You're going to be there, the grinding.
Because every man must have use.
Yeah.
Every man must have use, man.
Man's are just pushing the thing around in a circle. Keep up the pace, bro. Man's are out there in the sun, sweating, getting burnt, chopping down the damn sugar cane, doing shifts.
No sun lotion.
And your children, bro. Brothers need that good quality rum, bro.
We're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it.
The premium thing. Brothers is making daiquiris, high ties. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
your
we got
new methods,
economies,
innit?
bro. Brother's got a business, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've got a plantation.
New
over there.
labels for the drinks. Yeah. You're not taking no Bacardi no more. It could be really new things, bro. New things.
And that working hard in that hot sun is hell, bro. And that's why they had Jake doing that's where the invention or the 24-hour shift come from. It come from the sugarcane plantation.
Yeah.
Because when you're harvesting sugarcane, if you do it too slow, the sugarcane will ferment and go up. So you have to do it quickly within a short space of time. So they invented the 12-hour shift. So they have a 12-hour day shift and a 12-hour night shift. That's where it comes from. The Caribbean plantations, man.
And like, if I can add as well, when you watch like documentaries on like sugar harvesting, it's brutal because it's like some people, they lose their limbs doing it. It's like the cane itself, I think it will like, it's quite thick, so it might scratch you, make you bleed. Like you
Hard
look
work,
look into it. It's like it's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen the plantations, man, because I'm from the islands. So I remember my parents told me that was an old plantation. You see the big thing. It's a real thing, bro. Man was working, busting sweat out there, man. So you're gonna do that. Because brothers love rum, bro. You made it like that. My uncle died off the rum. We're gonna die off the rum too, bro. We're gonna take off
Yeah, you know that.
Brothers love rum, they love tequila, all that stuff. You're gonna be the one out there in the sun harvesting that, bro.
Yeah, them eternal living.
Instead of the fatty liver, old. Real talk, man. It's what we're saying. It sounds like, oh no, it's not a joke. That's the funny thing about life. Nightmares can become a reality, bro. And people live nightmares every day. You're about to live a nightmare.
But this is the thing, right? Because Esau hasn't always been in a situation where he ruling the earth, enjoying everything. Right? He was down bad at one point. Right? The Lord is taking him from the position like we spoke about earlier and put him in this position.
Yeah.
So it ain't nothing for you to take you from this position and put you back down there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Is that preset? There's nothing of a sudden for the Lord to make a poor man rich.
That's
You
right.
know?
So you can go back down easy. It ain't hard.
You're gonna go from having the middle class and all the nice areas to just basic accommodations, all of them. And sometimes, they'll have these programs where they'll send these white kids over to Somalia somewhere, Ethiopia, to work in some damn coffee. And these men will be all whiny and I don't want to do this, breaking down after like a day's work.
Yeah.
A day's labor. I said, man,
You ought to be like the kingdom, man. Shit.
Yeah.
man, you going
Whining.
huh?
Right now, Esau gets to go on all these holidays, go on excursions, do, I think I'll call it like poverty. Like, when they go to certain, oh, look how these poor people are living, right? That's going to be you in the kingdom, man. Right? It's like the elders going into basic living quarters. Well, you see how certain people in the third world live. You're just there like, bruh. Them ones there, it's just brick and then maybe a mattress on the floor. And then that's the bed.
Well, they got high IQ, so we put them in a pit. When they come back Tuesday, it should be a civilization. Right. Work it out. Scientificize that, the IQ, draw an IQ map on that shit, man, and make it work. Fucking devil.
Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Like another thing with these Edomites, they want to be ignorant to the reason why the rest of the world and Jake is in the condition it's in, as if they had nothing to do with it, and it's just everyone else's fault. You've got no hand in anything. You know what I mean? It's annoying. Oh, you destroyed your country, and now you want to come here. That's what they say. Yeah, why you want to come here for? Why you want to come here for? You already destroyed your own countries. No, motherfucker, you destroyed their country, bro. But it's been convenient for you to be ignorant of that. But you're gonna pay for that and you're gonna pay for the ungodly acts of your fathers, man.
You need to remember the first world is shifted, man. They used to be like little distant areas, man. That's where the first world was. Right? They just went to Europe. You know, white people started getting power, it was shifted to Europe, right? But you've got to pillage the old world because it has resources there, right? Everything's there, right? So you now become the first world and left these places in dire straits.
And not only that, you set up systems to make sure that it keeps them
Stays there,
weakened and destroyed, man.
Astronomy.
You know, you're gonna pay for all of that. We're gonna have a system to keep you weakened and destroyed, man. And we're gonna be chimping out. Oh, they chimping out. You're damn right. You're damn right. We're chimping out. We're gonna be chimping out for 1,000 years straight, bro.
Revenge
On
is
your
sweet.
forehead. Revenge is sweet, bro. Where was we?
Habakkuk chapter 2. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also.
Hold on, wait. Damn, man. You know, some of this stuff is so sweet, man.
I know, it's this. What that mean?
Fuck it, bro. Let's just start from start from verse 5, but we'll read down, man. It's all good. We'll get Esau out of the system, man. Yeah, you gotta prophesy against Esau, man.
Yeah, right.
You have to. That's part of what's coming up, man. We gotta stand up. We gotta get Edomite supremacy out of our minds, man. Get the devil out of our minds. But the devil spent a lot of years placing himself in here. That's why Vocab alone thinks he can do what he wants. He's our spiritual superior. He's our superior in what he just wants to be our superior, man. To serve him. No, we serve Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is our superior, man.
Right, that's right.
We're about to go down.
There's even Wisdom of Torah 5:1 tells us we stood in great boldness against them, man. In great boldness, man. So we're not here to be intimidated by fucking like IQ and shit, man. It don't mean nothing. You've been a liar from day one. You're lying. I know you believe you're lying. You're lying. You know, so we're gonna stand in front of you and say, "Bold face, someone, you're lying, man. You don't know shit."
America is Babylon the Great. There's nothing you could do about it. And the proof is going to be when them missiles drop and tear it up. Because the thing is, we don't need to prove it. It's going to manifest and be a proof upon itself.
Yeah. And it's really the Spirit of the Lord that's emboldened enough to do this.
Yeah.
But the scripture says they got the Spirit of the Lord entered into them and they stood upon their feet. Exceeding great army.
You know, and they feared.
That's right.
You are fearful. You are fearful, man.
Bro, it's fearful when a man stand up.
Yep.
Sometimes, you know, when you bully, and I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen guys that are bullies, yeah, and it's the fear they put on people around them while their bullying continues.
Yeah.
And then there's that one day when one brer just stand up. Remember Martin Dance when he stood up to Jay that day? And then I was like, oh shit, yeah. And then he actually proved, man. And then Jay realized that I can't just take this guy out. And the bully thing it broke. From that day, he wasn't really the bad boy that he said he was.
Because the bullying has to be easy.
Yeah.
Like easy prey, easy bully. When someone's like, it's hard to do that. You don't bother. You know?
People don't like people. Bullies don't like when people are ready to throw down, man. They're ready because a lot of it's psychological.
Yeah. Even in the animal kingdom, lions always go for the weak, the old.
Yeah, the easy work.
The easy work, yeah.
You gotta stand up. Listen, man. When you stand up to this devil in the spirit, man, they don't like it, man. Because they want you to be subordinate. They want you to just believe every lie, yeah. Don't question it.
But again, that's all prophecy. That's all supposed to happen. And that's why you don't like it, man. Because actually prophecy is actually being fulfilled, man, against you.
You're being exposed. You want to be defined a way. Now we're redefining you the right way.
Yep.
No. You're not a white man. You're an Edomite.
Right. Correct.
Nothing you do is going to change that. Oh, well, the Edomites have been done away with. No, it's you. Yeah, but no, it's you. There's nothing you can say now. We know your lies just don't have the same work, the power no more. Yeah, it ain't going to work. Volkan's been trying it.
Give it the Maccabees. What?
You've been trying, man, in all different type of ways, and it ain't going to work.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
That wine is the whole ideology behind so-called white supremacy, and it's something that is in all their minds every day. Even if they don't think about it, it's in their minds because they're raised on that ideology. Even as something as simple as walking down a pathway, and you'll find that they never want to move out the way a lot of times. There's a thing on the internet about that. where they will try and they expect you to move out of the way to them because that's the remnants of white supremacy. The whole thing about DEI is white supremacy. It's the belief that we would never be good enough to deserve a position over them. This is what we've been living under, this lie, this whine. And because they're superior, they have the right to predate upon everyone else. They have the right to abuse everyone else. They have the right to take what you have. If you got a piece of land, I'm going to take that land because I'm better than you, so I can use that land better than you can. Oh, what were they doing with the land? Huh? What do you mean?
What do you mean? Left them alone, innit?
So they use the system of the ideology of white supremacy and pride to justify stealing, murdering. Yeah, we could murder them. It's like murdering animals, man.
The savages anyway.
You know, they're savages anyway. Yeah, they're just terrorists. You know, okay. But some fishermen, they're just drug dealers.
Mm-hmm.
That was the fuck, bro. We're better than them, so we could blow up these fishermen boats. They had drugs. Oh, where's the proof? Don't worry about it. Trust me, broism.
I've got a quick reason.
Yeah.
Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Esau has the power, and what did he do with it? He's been doing evil, man, and that's why the world is the way it is. Listen, when you have the power and authority, how an organization or any system is run is down to you. And you can look at the system and know who's at the top.
What's all manner of man ruler of the city is? Such all they that dwell therein.
Because if you're a good man and you have the power, things are going to run good.
Yeah.
If you're an evil man and you got a power, the system is going to be evil. It's going to produce evil. It can't do no. That's what did the Lord say about the tree? A good tree is going to what? Bring forth good fruits. But if it's an evil tree, what's it going to do? And the world as it is right now is a mess. And there's always been this lie and this PR that's been put over that the world's progressing. The only thing the world is progressing in is technology. But in terms of the people and the actual lives, it's not progressing. Here in the West, the average family is way more cooked than it's ever been. Way more mental health issues. Way more family issues. Yeah, they all got smartphones. But they're not better off in terms of people as people.
Right.
But the PR will be, but they got a smartphone, innit? They're better off. Meanwhile, the daughters trying to self-harming.
OnlyFans up, you know?
You know what I mean, bro? This is crazy.
It's crazy.
Bare broken homes. Mans can't have proper relationships. Bare murder. And the murdering ain't just gang-to-gang violence. It's all types of murder going on. Famicide or whatever the hell it may be. All kind of crazy murders are happening.
Hey man, on anxiety pills and shit.
Yeah, anxiety, antidepressants, abuse of vices, alcohol, gambling. Gambling is big, and the whole industry is set up to promote gambling. The whole sports industry is run by gambling, Bet365 and all that. That's where all the money is. All the money in sports is pretty much coming from gambling, and it's coming from the people spinning, trying to think and spinning will turn their life around.
Poverty is greater. The divide between rich and poor is greater.
The divide between rich and poor is only getting larger.
Inflation, everything.
People are more lonely now than ever. Less real familial ties. Families are not as strong as they used to be. A cousin ain't really a cousin no more. He might as well be a stranger. You don't know these niggas. I got bare cousins now. Don't know them.
Don't want to know.
But I tell you what, right, if you go back a few generations in my family, being family meant something. A man knew each other. They really knew each other. Not just know their name. Man really knew each other, man.
Yeah.
Now, bro, it's whatever, man. Most families are isolated individual little blocks.
Yeah.
And you're all separated, and it's a lot of individualism, man. Esau did that on purpose, man. Social engineering, man. The way the world's meant to be is family's supposed to be close. The children's friends are supposed to really be family. When I was growing up, I had a bag of cousins around me. My kids, they don't really got their cousins around them. So they got to deal with these goofy people at school and all the problems that come with that. It's better when most of your friends are your family. It just hits different, bro. When I was growing up, I used to love hanging around with my cousins, bro. It hits different. You brothers know that. Now, it's not like how it used to be, man. A lot of man don't turn up to the cookout. Most time you only see family when it's a funeral.
Yeah.
And then you know the same
All
old
them
thing.
like-
It's like you ain't seen man in ages. You're like, oh bro, I love you, bro, man. We gotta link up more.
happens.
What happened?
But the
Give me
spirit
your
ain't
number.
with that, man. It's just the things all messed up.
Yeah.
They're all the way there.
Yeah.
You're here. It don't work out, bro.
Yeah.
Never used to be like that though. Not too long ago, man's families used to be more tight. You know, but this is the world Esau's created, man. The better world where you're just on the internet, on Instagram, looking at baddies, bro. Or live streaming Adrian Broner.
See. and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
There you go. They'll have you in your own country as a slave, on your own land with your own resources. And they'll have a whole intricate system, like he'll set up his company over there, and his company is not going to be paying any tax to the country it's in. But then that company is going to be owned by another company that's owned by another company that's set up in Switzerland. So it's an American that owns a company that's set up in Switzerland that owns another company over here who owns a company over here who owns a company in Kenya. And man's just fleecing all of the money out of Kenya, and none of the money from the production is actually going back into Kenya as a country through taxation. So for Kenya to get money, they have to borrow the money. So now they're in more debt, which allows them to come in and force them to do that with more companies. So they're just fleecing them out. And then you now in Kenya are got to go beg man for a little job, and they're going to give you a little minimum wage thing. And these men are all living in, there's a place, right as our mouth. I don't know if it's Switzerland, but there's like whole towns in certain little European countries where their tax is like something so minuscule because they're all millionaires that live there. So they don't have no like 10, 20% tax. The tax is like 0 point something, but it's so much money because everyone there is a multi-millionaires that pays for all the, things that they need. Bro, look it up. There's places in Europe and that where there's just bare millionaires and they own all these companies and a little tax haven and they're just fleecing all the money from all over the world, running tax avoidance.
It says here, Europe's top millionaire tax havens include Monaco, Switzerland,
Monaco's one of them,
and
Switzerland.
Italy.
And there's towns in Switzerland that you go through that town, it's just bare millionaires. that live there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and they have a whole system set up how to oppress people in their own country, blood, in their own place with their own resources, and it's their corporations over there that's fleecing out all the money and the profit, and the people are getting a tiny bit back from what they're supposed to own as their heritage. It's insane. And then when man flee that situation to come here to try to get some welfare, man say, you fucked up your own country, what you doing here? Bro. Them man that's running Brazil, a lot of them are Germans and foreigners that have gone over to Brazil. It's all Spaniards, Germans, and foreigners and that are rich in Brazil. It's not the original people of Brazil. Same thing with Mexico. Do your research. That's why all you guys saying that the so-called Hispanics are not Israelites because they have their own countries. That shows you don't know a damn fucking thing. Go do your research. Research the top 10 richest families in all the South American countries. None of them families are indigenous. They all come from Spain, or they're Amish, or they come from Germany. It's a fact. Go look it up. Type in the top richest families in Brazil, Portuguese and all that. They're not guys that come out the jungle. The guys that come out the jungle live in the favela. Same thing with Mexico.
Proverbs 22 and verse 7, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
They keep these people in perpetual debt. The IMF was set up for that express purpose, to the point where people figured out the game. So when the IMF would go places and have press conferences, people would start protesting the IMF. Because the IMF was just a tool of neo-colonialism. This is well known, this is known, and they'll pretend that this is not happening. When you had the situation with the immigrant crisis coming out of North Africa, the Italian, because Italy suffers from that. There's bad niggas just lying around all the cities in Italy and that. It is a crisis. I'm not even gonna lie. I get it. Me and Ramar saw it when we went to Brussels. We went to this one bus station and it was just bad Negroes. just laid out all over the floor in this bus station. And that was like 10 years ago. So there is loads of random black nobodies just scattered around Europe, bro. But the Italian foreign minister said, yeah, France, it's your fault. These people are coming from all your ex-colonies that you're fleecing all the resources out of, and that's why they're fleeing those countries. They're economic migrants. They're a victim of war-torn areas which your secret services have a hand in to fund different sides of war to destabilize, to get access to the resources after the war, and to make money off the war in the first place, and the economic pillaging of these countries through the what's the name of the French currency they got over there? The
Frank, it's euros now, bro.
no, in West Africa. Is it the franca or bro? What's the name of the currency that France control over in them ex-colonies?
I think, yeah,
Franca.
Is it called the franca?
yeah, that sounds right. I
Something
can't
like
check
that.
right now.
And they use that to keep them places impoverished, man. And they got rights. So they got the first rights on the resources in them countries, and they set the price. And they say, yeah, you're doing all that to these countries. That's why this crisis is happening.
Yeah, Frank.
Esau's always doing wickedness, man, in the world.
Right? Back in Habakkuk 2 and 5, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
When you leave your inheritance, there's nothing wrong with that if you're just going somewhere to trade. So I've got excess of a particular resource. I go over there, so we exchange resources and knowledge. Righteousness. Yo, dog, we got bare corn. Okay, what you got? Oh, we got bare of this, and we're good at making this. Okay, this is what this is worth to me. This is what this is worth to you. We'll find the balance on it, and then we'll trade. So that you're getting something out of it. You're getting something you need or want, and I'm getting something I need or want. That's called trade. Yeah, that's how trade is supposed to be done. Esau ain't trading. Esau's like, yo, what's these man got over here? Oh, okay, cool. Yo, come back with a musket, fam. We're gonna take that over. Yeah, so he's going out in the world to conquer. And when you see that, you could go if you type into YouTube colonization time lapse. It's like a virus, brother. You just see, man, and all you see is Africa, Asia, Americas, and then they'll have the different ones like France, Netherlands, and you just see the map just kind of, it's spreading like it's AIDS. Just, the whole world is just getting consumed by these damn Edomite nations, bro.
Neither keep it at home.
Neither keep it at home. They're going out of their way, and it's not just a trade. At first, they said, oh, we're setting up a trade port. No, bro. They're not coming there to trade. They're going to come there, pretend that they're there for trade, but really, they're coming to take over. They don't want to do it fair.
They got the whole thing about the economic.
Yep. John Perkins.
It's crashing.
Yep.
Pressure.
Because Esau's thing is, yeah, I can buy your goods for 20 and sell it back home for 25, or I can kill you, put pressure on you, and get it for 1 and sell it for 25. They're a profit-making demon. So they're going to find a way to make the most profit possible. That's the capitalistic demon. And if that means enslaving you or whatever they got to do, then they're going to do it so that they could become a trillionaire, which they would have become a millionaire anyway, but they want to be a trillionaire and you get left with nothing. So you're oppressed in your own heritage. You're growing the coffee in Ethiopia. You can't afford a cup of coffee in Starbucks in America. And the price is set in America. You ain't setting the price. So when you're buying the Starbucks in America, the markup and all that is going to Edomites. And the actual man's that's actually spending the time to grow the coffee bean, they're getting squeezed and marginalized to nothing, not benefiting them at all. They're just surviving. And it takes 12 years, I believe. I could be wrong because sometimes things get jumbled up in my mind, but it's a lot of years for a coffee bean to mature to actually start producing coffee. It's not a thing that you could just plant a coffee plant, and then in a year's time start reaping it. It takes. I might be wrong about the 12 years. It's a lot of time though. There's a lot of time invested. Esau don't care. Esau's still going 3 to 4 years, but that's still a long time before you can even start
That's why
getting
it's so
anything
bloody
back.
expensive.
Yeah.
Even the beans. When you
But
buy
then
them,
they're buying them off them guys for nothing.
nothing.
That's why they can't come to the country and afford a cup of coffee, bro. It's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Because Esau is squeezing, man, so that he could be the one to be making the bread. The same thing with cocoa. They get them man in Bulgaria and all them that are hunting billionaires off chocolate. And then the man that's actually producing the cocoa in Brazil or whatever, cooked. Because most of the profit is on their side of the game, and they make sure that's how it is. When they could easily have it where them man there could get a little bit more, but then that would make them more self-sufficient and stronger and put them in a better negotiating position. They don't want that.
The Monsanto, Haiti, once you give them the seeds that were GMO seeds that only the only client want. So even itself, man.
Yeah,
That's how the Lord designed it, but
they want
they
control.
can't rebel against that.
Everything's a racket for Esau. Everything's a scam. Everything. A scam to make sure that as much as possible, most of the profit comes to him. And that's why the New World Order is all about, fuck it, you know what, we don't even care no more. There ain't gonna be no profit. You're just gonna work and we'll give you a little tiny bit of what we think you need to live, and everything else we control. You will own nothing. You will own nothing. That's how they are. They're like, nah, man, we're just gonna have it all. Disgusting. Go on.
Yeah, it says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Yeah, it's because of you got people all over the place.
Yeah.
Then you're watching the World Cup. Oh, this ain't World Cup no more. These teams, they just got, man, shut up, man. You made the world like that.
So someone said it's my Africans versus your Africans.
You made it like that. You made it like that, man. The Jakes that's in England are from the Commonwealth. Nigeria, Ghana, Jamaica. It's you. You're the reason that man's here.
The whole national thing.
Yeah. If you'd have just stuck to yourself and just did trade like a normal human being, all of this wouldn't have happened. You've caused everything to be all mixed up and mash up all over the place. So just deal with it, man, and enjoy the game, man.
During the game.
Enjoy the game, man, you loser. Can't play sports anyway, man. Just spectate.
Shut up.
Shut up, man. Pay your subs. Buy your t-shirts. I'm going to support Scotland because, at least the you're moron. So you're English, right? And you hate foreigners. And because there's some Jake on the English team that when they win, it's England it's gonna go down in the record books that England won.
Right.
You get bragging rights to say England won. Like you're benefiting off that, yeah. But because there's Jakes in the English team, you're like, well, I'm gonna support the Scottish team because at least the Scottish team is full of Scots. Now listen how low IQ that is. Not only are you now supporting a foreign team, which defeats the whole purpose of what you're saying, that's a team that's never gonna win either. well, I'd rather lose. And would you? No, I wouldn't, bro. I ain't built like that, bro. I've always been a winner, man. I don't care, man. A win's a win. Charge it. Hey, if I was French, man, I'd fuck it. Dembele. Turkey. Yo, charge it, man. If you got to raise it up, yeah. Hey, you have to charge it, bro. Oh no, I'd rather support Norway, bro. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, if you want to lose. But I'm just saying, yeah, that a win's a win. Like they can't celebrate when the goal goes. Jake, get the hell out of here, man. Go support Iceland or something. Man. They're gonna lose anyway. Like, why? You might as well just say you don't want to support football. Why would I support a losing team? Bro? This is ridiculous. Man. See what happened to Scotland? They got washed out, man. What are you doing, man? There they go, man. These losers, man. Oh, bro, support Scotland. traitors.
yeah.
It's not even like you, bro.
Yeah, they were happy when you lose, man.
Bro, half of them want to leave the UK.
Mm.
Same with the Welsh. But they don't like the English. Go on,
Verse 6. So not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with fit clay.
You're a thief. The only way that 1% of the population can have 90% of the 99% of the wealth is with them. That's what you are. Your wealth and your riches is not because you got high IQs. It's because you're a thief. You're a criminal. You're a Tony Soprano. Organized crime. That's what you are. And the nations are saying it. You have a debt, and you do have a debt. And the main debt you owe is to us, the Israelites. You're going to be paying it off for 1,000 years.
And it's funny because the time we're in, because obviously the Most High is, spewing shame upon you, right? All these nations are crying out to you, man, saying to restore things that you've taken from them, whether it be jewels or whatever it is. Even the Indians are like, you got all these crowns, all these jewels and bones of old heathens or whatever. Restore them, and they're like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. But they don't belong to you, though. You have no right to say that. But I ain't gonna give them back. But the Most High gonna make you give all these things back.
Back to another man's country, yeah? Picking up man's ancestors and taking whatever you see there and putting it on display in your own country.
That's why you gotta be like Killmonger. You gotta go to the museum like Killmonger.
People are insane. Grave robbers, man. Grave robbers, man. Laura Croft, bro. Fuck Laura Croft, bro. Go on,
Yep, it says, and shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee?
They're going to turn. These other nations are going to turn again, and it's already happening. Edomites are becoming more and more hated, beginning with the Americans. And when these nations hate America, they're not hating Jake in America. They're hating you Edomites because they already know what the game is. You obnoxious Edomites, man. And tourism is getting hard for you. People are stopping to travel to America, and people don't like you. They might want your dollars, but they don't like you.
They suffer
Spitting
you.
in your food. Yeah, because you're obnoxious. And I know it's true, man. Every time I've ever been around America, have you ever been to Venice? We've been to Venice. We've been there. It was so great. I remember when we was in Venice, these pretentious eyes. Oh my God, look, man, look. There's some pigeons, man. There's pigeons here. They got pigeons in Venice. You know, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these Americans, man? You know what I mean? I went on the gondola ride, and the damn I went on there, and me and a woman, like, because I didn't book it personal. You know, it's sometimes charge it, yeah. So, but you got the main seats, yeah. So we kind of like got on there first, so we got the main like seats, yeah. And then this damn flipping American Edomite woman come, bro. The bitch is like a hippopotamus, yeah. And she got on the damn boat. The thing was moving all like that. And then we're trying to go, and the guy's explaining everything, and she's asking the question about what the guy just explained. Oh my God, what bridge is this? Man just said what bridge it is, man. On the God, this is obnoxious, man. Bro, they're the most obnoxious weirdos you'd ever find in your entire life, man. Oh my God, is that a pigeon? What the fuck is that?
Pigeons are global, bro.
What do you think, bro?
If it looks like a pigeon.
Look, guys, there's a pigeon. Bro, I'm not even, bro. I'm telling you, you've met some Americans.
No. Funny enough.
Bro, they're some obnoxious weirdos, man. And the world's waking up, man.
And especially like how the US military basically has a lot of ability to just commit crimes and get away with it in these different countries.
Garrisons they got.
Yeah, in all of the different garrisons.
They are deadbeat dads, beating up the local girl, and then they'll skip back home, act like nothing happened. Oh no.
It says, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
These are facts. Spoiled many nations. It's fact. So what's gonna happen? The Lord already said, hey, you gonna reap what you sow.
Right.
So you gonna experience it, man.
You're gonna have Edomites living in other countries, And they're gonna rob and kill them, man.
Yeah.
And that already happens certain places, like in Jamaica. I just cut off them bomber clout head and just jack up everything. And that's gonna happen. You're
Mm.
gonna have Edomites living in certain places, all hell breaks loose, and the Lord's gonna
Yeah.
put spirit on some local
Yeah.
man to just run up in there, and you know how them man get down with the machetes and that.
Come because it wants to get slapped. But so once again, when you look at Jamaica, they own, like, the Jamaicans can only use 1% of the beaches. But it's these Edomites that can go to Jamaica, fly in there, feel safe on those resorts,
Yeah.
so called, and then the locals can't even enjoy it. So then that's the thing. It's like the fishermen now have to take a long ass route to get to the beach so that they can go and fish.
And
Right.
even setting the country up, and one guy was breaking it down. The tourism is actually most of the money that tourism
Yeah,
is
yeah,
bringing in is going back out.
Mhm.
That tourism really isn't good for these countries. It would have been better if the economic plan for the countries was production, investing in their own production of resources. But
Mhm.
instead, they turn you into a damn holiday home for Edomites.
Yep.
But it doesn't benefit you because it's the
Gigantic
Edomites that
Airbnb.
come in and build the damn resources
Yeah.
and get all the peace.
Yeah.
Yes, but guess what? A whole heap of them are gonna get caught out there in them resorts with no hell breaks loose, and them man are gonna roll up in them resorts here, jack up all the fruit on the table and all that you're eating and the liquor, and they're gonna chop you up, man. Rwanda style, bro. Chop you to us, man. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna spoil you, man. Because they're gonna like, rah, we're suffering, and that man must have something in that resort. But they're always stocked up, right? That
Mm.
man gonna roll up in there like, nah, Rasta, man, I'm hungry, you know.
Simply
So
said.
did Jamaicans just set up what them hotels are like recently?
Yeah, more business in my life.
Yeah, setting up them hotels up alike, man.
That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen in Africa and these places. And they're gonna turn on these Edomites, man.
Oh, no. Ezekiel 28, verse 5. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches.
Yeah, like they're the master manipulator when it comes to finances and
Well, it's affecting the
scams.
whole world.
Yeah. They know how to just set systems up here, and they're complicated systems, so the average person can't clock how it's working. They're just elite level scam artists, man. That's all they are. Scammers. The whole system is a scam. And then you pretend like it's all upright and righteous. It's not. Nothing about it is upright and righteous. It's all a scam. And it's gonna come to an end. Yeah. You see, you've got President Trump doing pump and dump schemes, blood, with the damn tweets in broad daylight. It's crazy. They don't even try to hide it. Man's just wait for the market to close. Dude, I'll wait till after the market. Come on, man. Pumping and dumping, man. Retail's cooked. Can't catch up. Insiders caking.
Made like $1 billion the other day. Some shit off the crypto stuff, man. It's like, how's the guy able to get away with that? No, nothing's happening, bro. Man's just getting richer.
That was P. Diddy now.
God. And thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
Yeah, man. Edomites. And there's another thing. Even these lower level Edomites, because of the richness of the nation they're part of, they got pride in it. They were shithole countries. Which I don't deny it. I've been from Romania. No disrespect, but yeesh. You know what I mean? Like,
But America's following quick, man.
but that don't mean nothing, because guess what? When the missiles hit America, man, that's gonna be worse than a shithole. And Britain's gonna be broken down. Europe is gonna your whole civilization is about to crumble into history.
These Americans, they pride themselves on a few elite that are rich off, man. Right? Because there's shitholes in America too, man. Big time, right?
Or them crackheads.
Yeah.
You see them videos, man.
And that shouldn't really be happening in the premium first world nation. Shouldn't be happening. Right? You man got so much money, that shouldn't be happening. Because you have a corrupt elite, man. Your country's following the same way, man. Because they're doing the exact same thing to America what they done to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Exact same thing.
What was it? The Bay. It wasn't the Bayer family. The one on the opioid crisis. Sackler. Yeah. And they basically got a slap on the wrist. You know, here it is. Got a whole load of people hooked on opioids. Killed a whole load of man in the process. Oops.
But at least, man, destroying the whole world. It ain't nothing to do with oh, because these are low third world IQ. It ain't nothing to do with that. Because you go there and pillaged everywhere, man. Scripture says that you do that.
And then we speak about the brain drain. When you've already stolen all the resource, people want part of that resource. So it stands to reason that you're going to be able to attract the brightest and the smartest from around the world because you can pay them the most. Yeah? So the brain drain is a real thing. Most of the smartest Nigerians are in the UK, in America. Smartest Chinese. Why? Why? Because the money, they're able to come here and earn a better salary. You can snap. You got see. That's what happened. Even a football team. The reason the Premier League, bro, they got bread. That's why they do better than the Italian league and all these men because them man are broke. When you got bread, you could go splash 200 million on a player. Man can't compete with that. So certain times when you've got the bread, you can drain people of the best of their talents. It's true. That's why a lot of English players don't go abroad, but a lot of foreign players come here. Why is there never been an English manager that's won the Premier League? Because the English clubs can pay the most for managers so they could bring them in from somewhere else. So it's the same thing really across the board. Europe and America can attract the brightest and the best from around the world. Because like the brother say, how much a man getting can get paid in Silicon Valley? Life changing money, bro.
Well, yeah, wife changing.
Life changing money.
Bro,
Bro.
bro. You know, it's like if
Now
you're
you could choose to stay in your home country and earn 30, 40k as a doctor there. I don't know. Or you could go to America and earn 200k.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My cousin knows this one American doctor, and she lives in Manhattan. Like, so that's oh no, she bought a house in Manhattan, cash.
So the brain drain is a real thing that happens in the world, man. All right, you could look it up. The brain drain, it's real.
James 5:1. Go now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your misery that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is conquered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you.
It's a spiritual curse upon all this wealth that Edomites have amassed. And all that gold they got in their cellars and all them the different vaults, it's all a witness against them. And the judgment is gonna come down, man. Yahweh Shai and the angels, they're ready to just stomp you man out, man. Come in and rip you out your delicate mess into the cold world.
Didn't you?
And shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, thy hands of the laborers who have reaped down your feet, which is of you kept back by fraud.
Your system is a fraudulent system. The system of taxation. But they were just breaking it down the other day. They don't move the thresholds for the taxes as inflation and that is going up. So they just end up taxing you more.
Fiscal drag.
You know, you're getting taxed on tax. You get taxed on money you already been taxed on. The whole system is a fraudulent system, man. You know?
A quick precept on that. This is Job chapter 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Man are gonna revolt. They're gonna turn against Esau, Edom, for his wicked kingdom that he created, man. Man are getting pissed off. Man are getting tired of this, man. Even their own people are getting tired of this. All man can do is go on the internet, yeah, and look at other people living a life. What's going on? Because most people are just struggling. But you still got all the money. What? Why this guy got 8 counts? Tell me, man. I'm struggling.
Go back and go the I am the rebels who have ripped down your faith, which is of you kept back by fraud cries, and the cries of them which have ripped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
Time Jake be like crying, man. Boy, boy, boy. All you gotta do is type in "boy," man. It's bare lyric. This brother knows. What's his name? Who's got that song again? Mama hungry, Papa hungry. Boy. Who's that again? No, it was Phantom Mojo, man. Mama hungry. You know? There's bad tunes. Boy, boy. Mama bad boy. Boy, bro, bare sad songs, man. You got the blues. Ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bro? The blues, bro. They just lamenting, bro. This is crazy, man. Yeah, go ahead, man.
It's Micah 6 verse 10 says, "Are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measures that is abominable?"
Yeah, and then this man that got all the treasures running around labeling himself philanthropist and stuff. This is insane, bro. Mind games, bro. Lord Rothschild, the philanthropist. Mind games, bro.
And all man, because of the word philanthropist, man, he's a fucking hero. You know what I mean? He's a Superman on a planet because he's trying to do, trying to make the earth great. You know, I mean, he's about destroying it.
That's the ultimate pimp game. It's mind games, man. Just fleecing the world, yeah. And then I'm a philanthropist, man. I do charity work. Mind games.
It's madness out here.
Mind games, boy. This is what you got to do with Esau, man.
You said? Yeah. Psalms 10 and verse 6, points in 7. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be an adversity person. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud, man. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
There you go. You got the new shared accommodation. That was the saving grace. Because no one can buy a house there unless your parent, the bank of mom and dad can drop you 100K on a fucking deposit or something like that. The average person can't really buy a house. Oh yeah, you could buy one, but then you're probably gonna lose it in the next 5 years. Yeah. And so they came up with this shared accommodation. And everyone that took that out now was just
shared ownership.
Sorry, shared ownership was meant to be the thing that will help, man. Oh yeah, but and then they sold it to man. Then you find out there's all hidden fees, service charges, and bare manners. One guy bought one on the shared accommodation, and then the place is broke up. They can't live there no more. It's just broke up, like, but he can't get out of it. It's still his. So he's still paying for it, man. But the house is actually like it's unlivable.
Is that the one where him and his neighbor spent $500,000 in legal fees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, because a lot of these new builds, man,
Terrible.
bro, like ain't up to standard. And then like one guy I know, he bought one in Barking. Bro, you spent all the money on it. They still give a portion of it to council estate, so they're just bringing in some like low lives. So you just spent like 500K on your flat, yeah, but you're living next to like some council man, making bare noise, kids running all over the place, yeah. And the wall, man told me like, so the guy above him was giving him problems. And some immigrants, it was not making bare noise. Man had a fight, man. All that man's wife hit him with a pin, rolling pin on his head. Oh, bro, it's mad. And then he said they finally moved out, and then he said he started hearing banging again. So where the hell is it coming from? Because there's no one living upstairs. Then it turns out the sound was coming from up through the wall and down the hallway, yeah, from next flat that was over there somewhere. So the sound's traveling up. I'm like, what the hell is wrong? Bro, these places are... Bro, they look good from the outside. Yeah. And even my uncle told me that because he did some work on them. Bro, you just probably punch through the wall. Yeah. A man's paying like 500K for them and all that. Bro, it's a madness. Yeah, man, popping his woman and that. Crazy.
Let's have a conversation with the woman.
Yeah, man, thinking in there. scam artists, bro.
That's right.
Playing games, bro. Where we at? Yeah.
5 and the 5, it says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your heart as in the day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and
That's right. These men have lived well, man. The rich families, man, generation after generation, man, they've been living a different life. And yet you had the upper classes and the middle classes who enjoyed it. But the elite families, they've been having on a good run. They've been on a real good run, bro. You know what I'm saying? For a while. At the house of Saxe Colbert Golfer, them niggas there, they've been living good for a long while. Their generations. It's almost up, though. It's almost over, buddy.
my man the king releasing these tax bills or whatever it is now to show people how legit they are or some bullshit.
But you remember
How much
when
they
people
pay?
were surprised that they owned all these properties and were getting paid rent? It's like, bro, what do you think?
But they just got 300 million, I think, to regen their fucking past some shit. What the fuck? Well, that money should have gone somewhere else. You know what I mean? Oh, but tourism, though.
Fuck that, man.
You know, just taking people from the outside, isn't it?
I wonder who's going to get the contract. Maybe you could get some.
Yes. Yes. I got Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations.
They don't know that they're like America, bro. You don't know the half. Your civilization is really gonna come to an end. Like really gonna be wiped out. No remnant of it. No institution is gonna survive what's coming. None. Then we're not taking over your institutions. They're gone.
Right, we're starting again.
Clean sweep.
Yeah.
Seeing all these things shall be dissolved. Clean
Hey,
sweep.
Ain't gonna be none of these ancient libraries like Alexandria and all
Yep.
these things.
And we don't need their buildings, man. Listen, bro. We don't need your mansions. We don't want to live in. I don't want to live in no mansion that a Rothschild will live in it. We don't need that. We're gonna slap it all down because all kind of freaky, demonic shit was happening there. It's all in the stones.
Yeah.
It's all fuck that.
It's all in the
It's all in the stones, brother. Black. We're just gonna burn it all. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
We could just build our own thing of our own
Yeah.
design.
better stuff.
They- they-
That's right.
They kind of showed you that in that David thing on Amazon. You remember when Jonathan was like, "But Dad, this used to be where the Philistines used to live." It was like, look at all of their markings. It's like just because we cut it down, don't mean it ain't the same anymore. It's still that spirit, basically.
Buildings in Bucharest. They had some nice buildings in the city. That's where the whole thing. We can start again from scratch. Yeah, we put our imprint and our energy and our vibration over that. Yeah. You still had Habakkuk, right?
Yeah.
Let's finish that up and we jump back into Isaiah.
Right. Back in Habakkuk 2 and verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, and all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land.
Yeah, you've committed a lot of violence in the earth, man. You've had great PR. We get it, man. You have better PR than CR7 and Rashford put together. And Bellingham. It's insane, your PR. Like you're some peacemaker in the earth. No, you're a raving lunatic. Bro, Agent Orange. Remember napalm in the jungle, bro. Dropping Agent Orange here, and it even messed up their own soldiers. That's a maniac. Your own soldiers coming back home and giving birth to children with 5 heads. Bare smart, blood, the highest IQ recorded, because man's got 5 heads. Octopus said it. I got more brains than an octopus, man. It's crazy. Yeah, look it up. Off the Agent Orange, their own soldiers, they come back and then it messed them up, and their children are all disabled. Yeah.
And then he didn't learn his lesson because then he did it again with depleted uranium.
And their own soldiers suffering off that. And the children of those soldiers. You feel that? That's a real thing. What kind of maniac? Agent Orange.
Yeah.
I tried to destroy the jungle.
The same maniac that makes a nuclear bomb.
We knew the world would never be the same.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, trying to make it sound like it was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's the main. But then they have to. Oh, but everyone else is a barbarian and savage and uncivilized, bro. Bro, you was using Agent Orange, bro. This is insane. This is insane behavior. Like to this day in Vietnam, their children are being born with looking like something out of what's that thing, bro? What's the name of that guy that does Lovecraftian horror film, bro? You know what I mean? Looking like something out of Alien, bro. Double Jordan. It's true. In Vietnam, it's the same thing. You can look still to this day. Children are being born in Vietnam. Looking like a grey, bro. Looking like a Cyclopses and that, man. Greek mythology creatures being born in Vietnam, bro. Real talk. Same thing in Iraq. Same thing in Japan. This is disgusting. This is horrible. This is horrific.
This is the guy we trust our future to.
That's why the scripture said menstruous women shall bring forth monsters, man. There's a lot of monsters being born in the earth, and a lot of those monsters are due directly to Esau and either his chemical poisoning by his corporations or the military using some kind of deadly nerve. No, not nerve, but like Agent Orange and depleted uranium or nuclear testing, something, and it's just bare monsters being born. 5 arms, bro. Looking like Goro and that.
There was a guy called Bucky. He had an eye that was up here and an eye that's over there, man. His mum gave birth to him, but she worked in a DuPont factory.
Yeah.
They make the non-stick frying pan.
I had that panoramic.
That's making X and O's with his face.
Minutes, man. Yeah, man.
Bro. And that's horrible, because when I see disabled kids, man, it hurts, man. I don't like that stuff, man. I don't like dealing with it, man. I feel bad, like, man. You got kids, you're like, man, thank God. Like, my kids.
Yeah. That's what you want, like, you got them told.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is that scam looking right? Hey, you know?
Yeah, bro. Because Esau's messed this place up, man. Got some nerve, man. Civilized. Taking them in.
There's even a documentary on that factory, right? That guy Bucky is actually telling his whole life story about his dad, grown ass man. He looks all fucked up, right? But the documentary is called The Devil We Know. Their tongue is pulling up on themselves.
More than one.
Yeah.
I got 4 tongues. You know what I'm saying? I can use his tongue like a fella. Bro, it's great. So done a lot, man.
Yeah, it says, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetous to his house.
Right, it's because you can covet, but there's an evil covetousness, and that's when you start going into the realm of scheming and stealing and murdering. Yeah, okay, brother.
Yeah.
You got a nice car there, brother. Can I buy it? No. Alright, cool. Esau would be like, you got a nice car there? You're like, no.
You had a nice car.
We should have took the oil. You know what I mean?
He still be like one because cars worth a certain amount of money. Man, I do something to make you best and then take it off. Like you're damn bad.
By any means necessary. By any means necessary, man. You know?
Wait, what's that?
Bro, this guy, man, by any means necessary. That evil covetousness to his house. Go and read on.
It says, and it says that he may set his nest on high.
Right, the evil covetousness, so that's you want to amass as much wealth so you could sit on the top
Down on it.
and look down on everyone else, man.
That's what Edomites do.
So that you could be the first world. The first world is that nest which is set on high.
Yeah.
The Hamptons.
Oh, it's just shit old.
Yeah.
That's exactly why you do that.
It's done. And you did that through the East India Company. I'm sure one day that one company alone, bro, Jax is probably gonna go in on that company. The East India Company was Satan incarnate. It was evil. It was very evil.
Yep, it says that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Right, so you can have enough money, you can live in your protected, gated community away from the normal trials of everyone else.
Yeah.
That's why they're not in trouble as other men, because they're not around where things can really go down. Where they are is protected. It's always got the most police, or it's far away from the trouble, the riffraff. Like Monaco. But the man ain't worrying about crime of a normal nature in Monaco, so they can walk around Monaco with their rollies, but they ain't no one trying to touch that, because that's a haven for them. You know what I'm saying? They're in a nice air part of town. And if they see anyone there that they don't think meant to be there, the police are gonna be on to it. Like in here in the UK, right? I don't know if I spoke about it before, Moore Park Station. That's actually owned by the residents. It's not owned. Imagine that when I found out. Yeah, the station itself isn't public property, it isn't owned by TFL. It's owned by the actual residents of that Moore Park area. And when you come out of Moore Park Station, park turn left. That's private. You can only turn right, go up on the hill, and then you can see the private area where all the rich people. That's a protected zone. You know what I mean? Their station. The locals own it. That's what they have. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of my house, right? You know? That's why they get vexed when the Metropolitan line ain't running, bro. It's titled.
Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people.
Yeah, there's so much. When you go into the history, so much dirt, so much genocide, so much killing has led into the building of what they have. That's a fact, and you can't get around it. It is shameful. It's crimes against what they call crimes against humanity, and it's manifest. It's the Native American Indians, man, damn near wiped out. They're slaughtered and killed in their own land, and dispossessed. Multiple peace deals were made, and then as soon as they were constrained to one piece of land, and because what people don't realize is America. That's why they called America Canaan. America is a massive piece of land with innumerable resources. Just America itself, which is crazy that America then goes out because there's land in America that's just good farmland. Like there's whole states here that is just a farm. There's not even that many people living in it. If you look at the population of America, then yeah, you've got New York and their coastal areas that got high density. But there's certain like states here that you're just gonna be driving and it's just farm. Because the land is just good arable farmland to grow corn and things of that nature, which is valuable. There's places in the world where that don't exist. There's places where it's good grazing that they could just have their cattle because it's just good grazing. That's why you'd have had the cowboys, you know, and that's why America has a lot of beef, because in order to produce a lot of beef, you need to have the land to produce that, the good land that matches that. You got silver, gold, precious, all other different type of precious metals, oil. And as soon as they found out one of these things existed, they renegotiate. Yeah, take that. You need to be put back. Because again, under the system of white supremacy, their man wouldn't know what to do with it anyway. So we might as well take it.
So Gazlan title to the land was completely different to Esau's, but they weren't obsessed with what was in the land like that, what can gold in. You know, yeah, they had some certain things in that, but they were not obsessed with extracting everything from the land like that. You know? They know how to keep the land properly, man, to look after it.
This guy was a demon. And that's why you see, again, you could do a time lapse of the growth, and it's like a virus. And they pushed them and pushed them and pushed them until now they're on the little reservations that they live on. But it wasn't always like that. And you had tribes that did fight against it, and they won in the Supreme Court. And the president himself said, now you've won in the Supreme Court, enforce it. Yeah. But guess what? The court can't enforce it because the enforcer is the army, and the president is the head of the army. So that you have to charge it. You're gonna have to eat that one day. Hey, no word to what was the character name again? Sully. Word to Sully. You're just gonna have to eat that one. Yeah, they did that, man. They stole all these resources and land, and that's how you get the robber barons and all them guys that was making all this cake. used to roll up into the Native American villages, kill all the women and the old people while the warriors were out hunting buffalo. And they'll come back, and then imagine your whole family's dead. And not only that, the women were mutilated. So they would remove the vagina area of what they call squaws. These are civilized people. These are the same people that will run around and say everybody's barbaric.
Come on, man. Hypocrite.
They were mutilating. So imagine they're coming back now and they're finding their wives, their grandmothers, their granddads dead. Man, and they will get disheartened. It's like, we ain't got nothing to fight for no more. Let's kill all our family. There was many of you. It's all in the book. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. You can read about it. Guys will be trying to make a peace treaty, and man will be begging them, don't make the peace treaty. Don't. A man's like, while man's making the peace treaty, guys have like laid their weapons down. Man, come round the other way and just kill them. Massacre. The massacre at Wounded Knee itself. The Trail of Tears. And there was more massacres than that.
In Psalms 55 and 22, verse 21. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
You had an opportunity. There was a lot of time. Obviously, you had man that was on smoke, Sitting Bull, Geronimo. These were guys that were on smoke, but you had a lot of chieftains that were pushing the peace. They really wanted to make peace with the so-called civilized man, right? And that cost them, because instead of grouping together and just destroying the invaders, they're the real invaders. Now they're complaining about other people being invaders. They're the worst immigrants that's ever been on the planet Earth. That's a fact. What they did to the Native American Indians is unfathomable. That's 3,000 square mile country or whatever that they just dominated, including Canada, and wiped them out. I mean, they were trying to make peace, and then in the end, it turned around to bite them because there was never really going to be peace. They would just, when that man just buying time, just like what you see man doing with Iran. Oh yeah, we're going to negotiate peace. Meanwhile, they were just getting their weapons into position. They were just buying time. We can't really attack them right now, so we'll stall them. Oh yeah, we want to make peace. So you can get your men and get everything in the right position so you can go in and kill. Because it was never really about peace. It's about domination. And the more of them you can kill, the more land you can get to yourself. So now you could be a landlord. Because where you come from, you're not a landlord.
Maybe the Israelis did.
Yeah. You could make it because now that you could go from being a waste man in England to being a landlord in America. Now you own something. In England, you didn't own nothing.
There's a term for that. LBH, loser back home.
That's crazy.
But that's what.
A lot of them are motivated because it's a big problem. It's a big opportunity, man. When you get in land and resources. That's the source of wealth. That's why the so-called god of the underworld was the god of money. Because the earth, the land, Hades is the source of wealth. Land is the source of all wealth.
Yeah, and America became land of opportunity.
Yeah, that's the opportunity.
Yeah.
Same thing with Canada. Go up in Canada, the more land they control, yeah, the better. And then they started killing each other for the land and control of the land. That's when you get the wild, wild west.
The railway did that. Oh, W was going on, right?
Oh, listen. Go on, man.
It says, and has sinned against thy soul, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
There you go. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. Murder. And this is how this whole civilization was built up. Murder. It wasn't built up through high IQ and science and intelligence and being nice and being good and Christian. That's a lie. It wasn't built up through love thy neighbor and fair trade. No, it was built up of badness, badmanism. Yeah, it was built up of gangsterism, ruthlessism, and the ruthless prevailed. The guy that was the most ruthless is the guy that prevailed. The guy that was willing to threaten your wife and whatever he needs to do was the guy that became the philanthropist. That's the guy that came out on top. The guy that was willing to wipe out whole families. He's the wicked that prosper. The guy that was playing Mr. Nice Guy is The guy that died. The guy that didn't want to kill people, then it will bring it to the level where you're killing people's children. You ain't gonna make it in this business. You, the more ruthless, that's the guy who wins the game. That's the reality in this world. You seen the Last American action hero. In this world, the bad guys always win. Yeah, the guy that was willing to be ruthless, the guy that's willing to wipe people out. No show no mercy. But when you show mercy, you get people surviving and trying to fight back. No, kill them all. Kill them all, bury them in a mass grave, forget about it. Don't worry about it. When you dig it up in 200 years, my great grandchildren will cry about it and say, sorry, keep all the money. Build a plaque over their dead bones and charge people to come visit. Make a movie about it, man. We'll fund the movie. Imagine if I make a movie, yeah, we'll fund the movie. So when you go watch the movie, you're getting paid. Great paid. Same man that owned the plantation, same man that funded 12 years of slavery. Don't pay the ticket. They don't want to. But that's how it works, isn't it? Someone has to put up the money to make the film, innit? You so is there. Who do you think is doing that? And you get. Hey.
In Psalm chapter 5, verse 6, thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man.
Deceitful liars, man. They come as if they want to make peace or they just want to trade, and everything's going to be beneficial, mutually benefits. But it's never about mutual benefits. It's all about what they can get more than anything. Unbound diplomacy. Man. Yeah, and then they're looking for people who they can get on their side, insiders that's willing to sell their own people out. That's who they want. They look for those of no integrity. They don't want patriots and that. No, they'll kill them. Oh, you're willing to sell out? Okay, you will be our agent. We'll help to kill the guy that is the patriot. You know, they went over to the Americas and you got nobles. Okay, which one of you is going to work with us to enslave your people? Okay, you don't want to work with us? Dead him off. You going to work with us? All right, cool. We can work with him. And that's how they did it. These are the same man here talking about we're patriots. You believe in patriotism. Yeah,
Yep. Back in Habakkuk 2:12, it says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity. It says, behold, is it not the Lord Yahweh of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and that the people shall weary themselves for very vanity? But the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also.
That's what they do. So it's in their interest to keep the people in darkness, to keep the people dumbed down, to put negative information in them. That's what the whole youth culture, counter youth culture, MTV was all about. It's all about pumping negativity and degeneracy into the people. Psyops, social engineering, to keep people weakened and destroyed. And then they will turn around and point at the degeneracy and say, look, see, but they had a hand in funding and promoting that same degeneracy. Whether it's through the media or whatever the case may be, they push that out there for the people. They want the people to be low down because they can then have control. They don't want everyone to be high IQ and intelligent because it's hard to fool people that are intelligent and high IQ. You need people to be dumbed down. Yeah, this is how the game works. You want to get access to children, well, guess what? You need broken families. It's crazy when you think about it. And these broken families provide these children you can get access to. Mm-hmm. It's a fact.
Nahum chapter 3 and verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft.
All kind of wickedness that man are doing, even on your kids, with cartoons, turning your kids into consumers. Bare adverts, these stupid little adverts here that make the toy look like something it's not. Witchcraft, man. The kids know brands before they know anything else. Hooked on McDonald's for no reason. Oh, shit. Ronald McDonald, which, by the way, the clown is a demon, by the way. Clown is an actual demon in the you know what I mean? That's why it's associated with the killer clown and all that. Ronald McDonald, that's a deity.
The thief, the big purple monster. Yeah, that was mascot. The thief. The bandit.
Yeah, the burger bandit. Kind of foolishness, man. You know?
I mean, years ago, you was going into these children's shows, the cartoons, how they proper sped up.
Yeah,
Making
the
children speak
refresh
fast,
rate.
this, that.
Yep.
Yeah.
To destroy their brain. You know what I mean? So they can't think at the normal speed of light. You know, that means they don't have a good attention span. They can't, because it's like remember they had remember the scene of Daredevil, and he was like explaining to man, the guy's like, look, I'm gonna put all the information out there, but he's all put it together in like a package that you actually have to read. He was like, like, yes, put that out. But people will not read it. That takes prudence. You know, they'd much rather watch YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? Because it's true. How many people, if they gave man the truth, how many, and it's in a 500-word document, how many people can actually sit there and sift through 500 pages worth of the prudence and the time taken? No. The Epstein files, come on, let's be real, bro. How many people gonna sit there and read through all that, man? No, it's not gonna happen. Very few people have the propensity to sit there and actually go through information. Now. Yeah. It has to be given to them microwave quick. That's why TikTok is, but then TikTok's dangerous. Because there's a lot of disinformation you can give man quickly. It's just boom, boom. That's how they want it. Boom, 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 boom. There's no time for prudence. But their brains have actually been wired that way.
The amount of comments that you get when people say, if you watch the full video, actually this happened.
Yeah. I can't make a video.
No, that's a lie. That's not happening. Yeah. He never said that, or he wasn't like that.
But a lot of these younger generation, their brain actually doesn't operate to be able to do that. It has to be everything happening. Or it's like they're switching up straight away. It's too slow. Whereas like the first set of videos people used to watch was like, them old children's programs and the woman's. Now we're gonna go over to the barn. And then there's no cuts. We're just walks to the barn. And look, there's a cow. And the cow will be like, There's hardly any. Now it's like, cut, you're going to the barn.
Yeah, that fucking despicable me spirit.
Yeah.
Man.
And it's like, so then now when you're sitting with your child trying to explain them something, you can't mimic that. Because real life doesn't happen in that way.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, it's like the minute you start talking, they've switched on.
And life's been too difficult anyway.
Life comes at real pace.
You know what I mean? He sort of sped everything up, man. That's even with his inventions, like the Industrial Revolution, everything to do it quicker. And look at the speed we're moving technology that is destroying people, man. They can't really keep up with what's going on.
Time to think, bro.
About using the wood distance. Yeah. What they do nowadays, trees do normally take like 50, 60 years to have to wait on it to harvest that. They put a chemical in it and it'll come in 10 years. But then the quality of the wood is shit. That's why all the furniture better.
Get into Palo Santo, mass produce it, Amazon, eBay. But really, it takes the Palo Santo tree like 10 years to even mature. And then when you do chop it down, you have to leave it for 10 years. Process, so it's more viable to everyone.
Yeah. Resource cooked everything.
Money.
And it's by design. They know this is what it does to the children's brain. Remember, a child's brain is developing. So once you've developed your brain that way, there's no going back.
Yeah.
You can't reverse it because their brain has grown, because your brain is a living thing that develops as you're growing. It's different if you're a grown person and you get exposed to it. Your brain adjusts, but then you had all them years where it was normal. When these kids, this new generation, this is what they've been watching. So their brain has actually developed that way.
Foundation.
So these kids are like 10, 12 years old, bro. Trust me. Good luck, bro. They don't want you. Give them a book, yeah. Like if someone really made you, you could sit there and watch a book. Because most of us grew up analog, and then it switched to digital. These men have been digital from the very beginning. They've been scrolling. We didn't grow up scrolling, so our brain actually kind of remembers the time when everything was slower pace. So we could deal with, we could get on a bus and kind of, if you ain't got your phone, you deal with it. You can watch things. These kids can't watch things around them, but they're bored after 1 minute sitting and then observing life. Life is just too normal.
And
You know what I mean? It's too calm. Like, they need the explosion, the cut screen.
and the chat, which we use it, but that's also like removing people's ability to do research into things.
Finding how to
Find how to exactly, because there's one thing about getting the information, as the elder's saying, and then something about like how to find the information. It's like, okay, what source looks like a good source? All of those kinds of validation checks that we kind of grew up having to learn, right? You may, because the chat, I don't think it does, but it may pull up something from the Onion, right? Yeah, and then it says this, blah, blah, blah.
That's what it does. It searches through
Yeah,
Reddit, everything.
exactly.
For
You know,
opinions, and then it might give you as a fact. Go on.
And it says, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look upon their nakedness.
Right, and that's what they do. So they're always pointing the finger at Jake. And yeah, listen, Jake can't use Esau as an excuse. The only excuse is Yahweh Shai. The only thing that's going to make you exempt from judgment is Yahweh Shai, so believing in him. But the truth of it is a big part of the way Jake is down to Esau. Esau has helped Jake to be the way they are. I'm talking about these degenerate Jakes out here, man. Esau feeds into that. He absolutely has fed into that. Their reverse psychologies they were doing too. Esau was running all kinds of mind games. Like they made Jake, like when they first came out with that gangster rap rubbish, and even the R&B that became super sexualized, there was a group of Jake that was against it. But what they did was they had Esau come out against it. So it became reverse psychology. Because like when you're so used to coming against Esau, you can use reverse psychology on it. So then when Esau was like, okay, if we ban, remember they're funding these men. These men are run by, if we kind of come out and ban this gangster rap, then these guys would embrace it because we're banning it. It was like a reverse psychology. So Jake was like, they can't do that. We should be able to do what we want to do. And then the voice, because there was a lot of voices. There was a lot of people that were like, yo, we don't want this gangster rap. We don't want this R&B that's just bare sexualized. They didn't want it. But they man got moved to the wayside, and then all of the Jakes jumped on the bandwagons because they were like reverse psychology. Yeah. We're gonna support R&B and support gangster rap because the white man saying we can't do that. It was a reverse psychology. Meanwhile, who was funding it? The same man that was pretending to ban it. It's like Andrew Tate. Same man that's banning him is the same man putting him on Facebook. It's reverse psychology.
But Psalm 64, that diligent search, because Esau uses identity politics all the time.
Getting you to defend a criminal.
Yeah. Chris Carver.
Yeah, they know that you're willing to defend, but you're defending bullshit. It's like, come on, man. Mark Duggan, like, who cares? There's better things for us. There's better hills to die on. But Esau been doing a lot of slick shit, man. And then he could point the finger and say, look at them, man, look at them. They just degenerate, they're monkeys, they're chimping out, as if you ain't had a hand in it. As if you ain't had a hand in it. The crack epidemic, you had a hand in that. And that destroyed Jake, that were actual upstanding citizens, man. It weren't like they were homeless people and lowlifes. No, doctors, nurses, musicians, engineers. The crack epidemic wiped out people that were on good wages. Man that were on good money, good people that happened to be into cocaine, because back then, cocaine was like if you had bread, man, the white boys too. They're still on the packet. If you had bread, them man would go on the cocaine and you'd be functional. Go on a Friday night, whiff back the lines. You can still be a nurse, you can still be a doctor. They're still doing it now. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, try this. That man didn't know what it was. They didn't know it was steel. It will rip the soul flame out of your body. So imagine you're like an engineer, your whole life is good, man. One guy did an interview of a guy, and he died shortly after. If you just type in like interview with like crackhead, and you see a guy with like an afro, a black afro, a cool dude. Man's got like one of them smooth voices. Yeah. And I think he was an engineer or something like that. He was on like 50K a year and said he said he had crazy savings. And it was a woman, a black woman that introduced him to the crack. They used to go parties together. She introduced him to it. And he said, I can't explain it. The feeling. You know, and he said within like 3 months, his life savings was gone. Then his whole paychecks are gone. Right? Then obviously he's like, after a while, he can't do his job. And he said, look, he saw people selling their children to get crack because it takes your soul. But that whole thing was engineered by Esau to do that. So a whole generation of Jake that were on the way up just went, man's aunties, uncles, just pure trauma and fuck, we set Jake back infinitely. But then you also have the drug dealers and the killing each other for the drug money. And now you got the prison. And that's even more children getting born into madness. That whole crack epidemic thing fucked Jake up to this day. Jake is still trying to recover from that. Because guys who were supposed to be professionals just switched into being a crackhead, man. Yeah. I'm going to send you guys the video from the guy in that same interview with that dude where he's talking about crack and what it feels like and how addictive it is. I think he died like 2-3 months after the interview from an overdose. I'll find it later because I know what this guy. Yeah, look, even the video said the smartest, most honest crackhead. Bob Williams, a NASA engineer. And then you hear him speak, yeah, proper educated. And he looks like a normal guy. He's a full-on crackhead, man. Yeah? That guy. Bro, you gotta go and watch it. Yeah, bro. And that's what I'm talking about. Guys like him was who took out. Yeah. Old NASA engineers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. That's part, and he saw that CIA was part of that, and it was set up to destroy Jake. And you look at the ramifications of it. The crime, the gangs, the children that have been molested and abused because their parents either left them unattended or sold them for fucking crack. And then the children of those children. Because remember, you got these traumatized children. Then you got the children of the traumatized children. Then you got the children of the children of the traumatized children. So you might have 4 generations of pure fuck. Simply because that one, it started with like granddad or grandmother that was a crack.
And then the lost potential as well, earning potential.
Yeah.
That he bought a house, left it to his children.
Yeah.
What Esau did.
Bro, he said if you watch the interview, man, he had savings. Gone 2-3 months. Then it goes to the crack dealer. And the crack dealer's taking that and buying the jewelry. And so that's all going to Esau. And they can't really spend the money in a productive way because you're outside the system. Drug dealers struggle to put their money in the system properly to actually use it the right way. So that's why they keep it under the bed and all that stuff, and they can only use it in the strip club and stupid shit like that. And then anyway, Esau will then come along, do the raid, and all that money and everything is going straight to Esau. Bro, the system is... That's just one example.
Ecclesiasticus 12:16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines how to throw thee into a pit.
And they did. And that's why you had the crime, the crime act and all that stuff. They came in and started handing out sentences for possession of drugs. So now you got guys that's got a drug problem going into jail. Now you got a criminal record. So that's already hampering you in life. Also hampers your ability to get a legal firearm to protect yourself from other criminals. All right. And then you're getting traumatized in jail because you're probably getting raped or bullied or beat up by some other violent thug who's in there for being a violent thug. You're in there because you had some drugs on. Now you become a violent thug. Now you're linked with a violent club. Now you probably have to join a gang. Now you join a gang in prison, you come out of prison, you're still in the gang. No. And then so this is why you see the areas where they are and it's just degenerate and messed up. And you can trace it. Like where it started to get bad. And then these dumb dudes watching Snowfall. And whoa, man. Oh, Franklin Saint, man. You know, why did his mom do that, man? He didn't get the money. It's like, bro, don't you understand what the program is trying to show you? The money was evil. The program is literally trying to tell you that the money was evil. He lost his family, everything. His friends, everything. Yeah. And Esau was funding it. They destroyed it. They even showed you wandering them, man, turning into crackheads and all sorts. And all Jake could get at the end of the film was, but he didn't. Oh man, but if only you could have got the money and got out at the end.
It all would have been worth
it. Would have been worth it. Like, what are you talking about, man? The man destroyed a whole 4 or 5 generations of people, bro.
Yeah.
So that he could get some money and get some real estate. This is crazy, bro. They still to this day, you go on the videos, the comment boards, man are actually lamenting that it was a sad ending. Everybody let him down.
What about people he let down?
If it wasn't for Louis, that bro, he got what he deserves.
It says give me any plague, but the plague of the heart.
But I mean, there should be a warning to every Jake that wants that type of lifestyle, right? That's what it should be doing.
Yeah.
And that's what you destroy your whole people for 5, 6 generations, yeah. But as long as you get some money out of it, that's okay. That's why 2/3 of our people have got the gold, man.
Yeah.
They still they think that thing was a tragedy. They think the tragedy was he didn't get the money at the end. Not all the crackheads that were produced and all the kids that are now getting molested. And that's not the tragedy. The tragedy is he didn't get the money at the end.
He deserved them.
Flipping hell, man. The love of money is the root of all evil, man. That's why we're trying to move to the mountains, man. Away from you niggas, man. Anyway. Go, man. But that's the demon that Esau created. Bunch of money-hungry demons, man.
Yeah.
All about the dollar bill, y'all. The music just drummed it into your damn mind, man. Go on,
Quick reset. This is you had more.
He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Esau don't change, man. And Esau knows how to act. Esau knows how to play the game. And you act like he's with you. Like the Democrats. The left-wingers or whatever. They ain't with you, man. None of these Edomites is with you. They'll just pretend. They know how to act. But when the times come, bro, they'll kill you if it means they're going to get that bread. If they're going to elevate their status. So don't be friending up these Edomites, man. None of these Edomites is your friend. They're friendly. Never trust them, boy. You know what I mean?
None of them.
Yeah, yeah. So they'll come acting like they're weeping and all that. Like, and none of them ain't ready to pay the price. The price is to even their forefather Cain said the price is too great. You're damn right. The payment that Esau has to pay, ain't no Edomite on earth willing to pay that, bro. Because it's a lot. It's a hefty price, bro. I'd be trying to get away with it too.
Yeah. Well, double according to the way. Double, you know.
That's a lot.
Mash up.
It ain't just no little reparations thing, bro. It's everything. And you, and blood. And, bro, you owe a lot. You owe pain. You owe struggle. So,
This is on Baruch chapter 4, verse 24. Like as now the neighbors in Sion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from Yahweh Shai. For thine enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
beautiful. Beautiful. And that's what this thing is all about. That's the good. All right, drop that. Let's finish off with Isaiah 52. That's what the good tidings is all about. Fuck vocab. The good news is that we're going to get given for our sins, and Esau is going to get 2 feet, not 1, shoved sideways up his ass, man. He's going to get it on fire, man. And Scotch boy, man. Scotch boy sauce on there, bro. You know what I mean? That's the truth. And that's the good news. Not about everybody can be saved. No, no, these men ain't gonna be saved. They're gonna be preserved.
They don't want to be saved.
Yeah.
My delicate ones have gone rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh Shai, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you.
Right. The Lord, even though it's the Lord that put this devil on top of us, the Lord is gonna be the one to and punish him. You know, serious harm. Hey, what the Congolese brother said? Correct him completely. They're gonna correct him completely.
Morally.
Hey, yo, you know James learned English, man. It's crazy. I said correct them. I said Congo, we're gonna correct them completely. That sounds spooky. Yeah. Hey, go ahead.
Back in Isaiah 2, I don't remember where I left off. I should read verse 2. To shake thyself from the dust, arise, and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. For thus saith the Lord Jehovah, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money. Thus saith the Lord Jehovah.
That we were redeemed, and the price, it says, without money. But usually when you got a brother in slavery, you can go and buy them back out of slavery as the next of kin. But the Yahweh Shai them ain't gonna buy us from Esau.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
We don't negotiate. He bought us through sacrifice. Right. That was the price that we were bought with. And that's why, and beginning with the elect, that's why the elect aren't going to be given up in ownership to Esau through the mark of the beast. Because the elect, the Lord already bought the elect. And he going to collect the elect. So that means that the Esau can't take ownership.
Come to collect.
And that's what that chip is all about.
Yahweh says, come to collect, man.
Yeah.
That's it. For thus saith Lord Jehovah, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money. For thus saith Lord Jehovah, my people went down aforetime into Egypt to sojourn there, and the Assyrians oppressed them without cause. Now therefore, what have I here, saith the Lord Jehovah, that my people is taken away for naught? That they that rule over them make them to howl, saith the Lord Jehovah. And my name continually every day is blasphemed. Therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that doth speak. Behold, it is I. But how beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings.
Good tidings.
That publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings.
What peace is that? The peace is between us and the Most High. That's why Yahweh Shai is the Prince of Peace. What do you say? This is known as the ministry of reconciliation, which reconciliation is bringing back peace between two people. So the scripture says, the Lord said in Leviticus, the 26th chapter, I believe, that if you walk contrary unto me, I will walk contrary unto you. So we became enemies of the Lord because we broke the covenant and didn't follow his way.
They the wound as an enemy to you.
That's the enemy. Yeah. So now through Yahweh Shai is the root to peace between us and the Heavenly Father, which we will extend to peace for us in life, because then the Lord is going to cast down our enemies, man. Beginning with the Porky the Pink Pig, Percy Pig. They pigging out.
How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publisheth salvation, that saith unto Zion, thy God reigneth. Thy watchmen shall lift up the voice, with the voice together shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye when the Lord Jehovah shall bring again Zion.
Bring again Zion. It's the same Zion that's going to be brought again. So it's not a new Zion. It's the same Zion that's going to be restored, which is the children of Israel. And that's what it's talking about in Revelation 21.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, which, if I can say, Zion goes back to the Hebrew word, what? To Zion, which means a monument. You know? So we're a memorial unto the Lord, which means the Lord remembers us. You know, like, you know, I got a son, he does boxing, he might get a couple of trophies. That's a monument. No, oh yeah, that's when I won that fight then. You get me? You can look at that and say, yeah, I remember that. You went hard. You stopped him in the first round or something. It's a memorial.
And we are a monument unto the world.
Yeah.
Because when the world see us, they have to remember the Father.
Mhm.
They have to remember the Father. When you see the glory of Zion, they're gonna know, hey, then how much more say is the glory of the Father? So the Lord's we're gonna be bad. Yeah. And Esau's gonna look like he never had nothing.
So,
Because first of all, we're gonna get one thing that Esau didn't have. Them bodies, bro. Them perfect bodies. Because look at these elites, man. Oh my God. The most ugliest inbred people, black ever. Bro, there's very elites, yeah, that are hidden away. The royal family have got cousins and that, they gotta hide them. Like, bro, they be ugly, man. I remember one time the brother, Double A Mason, you know the brother from Columbus, they ain't in the truth, they ain't in it no more. Man said, how do you know that the queen ain't a shapeshifter? The man said, because she would have shapeshifted into something that looked like a queen. Motherfuckers is ugly, blood. Look at King Charles, Camilla Parker Bowles, blood. Katie Hopkins, blood.
True.
Most of the aristocracy are ugly, bro. They're ugly and decrepit and all messed up. And then you had the inbreeding they were doing. What was it? What was the family that was inbreeding to make a super race?
Habsburg, because it's something. It's in their jaw, isn't it?
It's a UK family, and it ended up being
It's a UK family.
Yeah, it was like I don't know if it was the Daltons and something. It was like 2 UK families that were up there, and they tried thinking they were gonna inbreed to create a master race, and they just became retarded, bro. They had to hide most of them away. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, these men are ugly, man. They're ugly. Look at
House of Habsburg.
Yeah, I think because that's the royal line throughout Europe.
The royal line that did it,
Yeah,
but there
Habsburg jaw.
was some scientific dons that tried to do it as well. They all try and do it, but they're ugly people. They're ugly and weak. They're still dying.
It shows you that was a heathenistic custom, because in Egypt they'll try and do similar things to keep the royal line pure. But that's why in our law it says, look, man, there's no closeness. No closeness, man.
Look at this guy, Prince William, bro. Head top was gone from since he was at. He's at 25. Head top missing. Those ain't no princes, but that man can't run 100 meters. It's peak out here. He's man a peak. What are you talking about, man? They're ugly people, bro. I guarantee you, bro. You line up them, man. They go Ascot. You see them. Katie Hopkins looking ass, man. Get the fuck out. Them guys ain't gonna get the ultimate blessing, which is that celestial. The extraterrestrial body, bro. That super body, that beauty. It's yours. He was a nasty man. Yeah, go on.
Verse 9 says, break forth into joy, sing together, ye waste places of Jerusalem. The Lord Yahweh have comforted his people. He have redeemed Jerusalem. The Lord Yahweh have made bare his holy arm in the eyes of all the nations. Right? And all the ends of the earth shall see the salvation of our power.
There you go. What does that mean? It means the ends of the earth, because Israel is scattered throughout the whole earth. And the elected Israel is going to be delivered from all the ends of the earth. Yes. And that's about to happen. Yeah. That's being set up right now. The elect are going to be sealed, man. And once the Lord comes, all bets are off. From that moment on, it's just chimping out. It's just chimping out, man. The whole status quo is over, bro. There's no hope. There's no hope for you after that. There's no gonna no debate. There's not gonna be no on Twitter. Monkey. I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dog dare you. Yeah? Because bro, we're gonna have fun that day. And we're gonna have a barbecue after. We're gonna have a barbecue after. We're gonna have fun that day. I dare you to be disrespectful. Say it. Say what you want to say.
Because we've been waiting, man.
Freedom of speech. Say it.
We've been waiting.
You want to disrespect? Say it, man. I have them ants picking out your eyes, bro. Taking the piss. And we ain't going to have no mercy, because we ain't going to have no compassion on you. Because you done violated, man. And ain't nothing worse than when you fall into the hands of a man you fucked with, because you know you're fucked. You can appeal to a man that you ain't done nothing to. Oh, please. And a man might is you know what? But you see a man you fucked with, bro. You know you're cooked. Like the begging ain't gonna work. Like, remember, even they show you that in the movie. You know, I know I hate to fucking reference movie, but you know Sicario. When the man killed it, he killed
Yeah,
his daughter and all that. Yeah. And it's got
yeah.
the final. You probably seen the film Sicario.
Nah, I've seen that scene though.
You know, I hate to spoil it, but it's a good film. Watch it anyway. It's like I don't spoil it. But the man's killed his family, right? So man's like spent he's working for the other cartel to take man out. And he gets there, when he gets in there, man's sitting there eating steak with his wife and his two sons. A man just sits down, with the gun on him. A man tries to
Please.
to beg, and he's like, oh, yeah. And then the guy goes, but you didn't do that for my daughter. And as soon as he said that, the wife knew it was cooked. She
Mm.
just knew that he killed this man's daughter. The wife just put her head down because she knew, you ain't negotiating with a guy that you killed man's daughter. But you know, like, oh. And then man's like, no, he thought he was only going to kill him. So he was like, not in front of my kids. I was like, huh?
But
Boop. So both sons got it, and the wife, and the man's like witnessing hell. And then the man's like, yeah, eat your dinner now. Because you kill my daughter and you come home every day and you eat your dinner. Now you eat it. Man was like, boom, red shot. You know what I'm saying? But you can't, my point is, you can't expect. Listen, bro. That's the most fearful thing when you're at the mercy of someone that you know that, like, I deserve it. Like, and that's why they fear Jake to that level. Because even they say it, oh, if they become a majority, because they know, bro. They know, like, yo.
Ancient Egypt.
Said the same thing.
They said the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. You know, because people
pro us.
they'll multiply, they'll begin to
You know, we owe you something, man. We owe you severe chimping out for that. It's gonna be severe chimping out. Industrial chimping out. It's gonna be Olympic chimping out.
King Kong in that.
Bro, King Kong in it. Hall of Fame chimping out is gonna be happening in the kingdom. I'm telling you. Since they chimping out, okay. We're gonna show you about what chimping out is all about in the kingdom, bro. Because we're gonna have you man running. We might just release 1,000 cheaters, blood. Have you man running, bro. Putting bets on, blood, casting lots, like you're gonna make it the furthest. Oh, look at that cracker there, that nigga can run now.
you know, hey, okay. You might say first and best.
Yeah.
That's a good entertainer, bro. Hunted by animals, you gotta survive. See man trying to run up the tree, but
There you go, right there. Hey, what they did that to us? D'Artagnan, what you doing in that tree? Django.
casting lots, drinking rum.
Yeah.
I think it's a joke, man. I'm thinking it's a joke. We're gonna have to entertain ourselves in various ways.
Jokes gonna be on them.
Jokes, you know? Do as you please. Do as you please. Don't interfere.
None.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
It's not gonna be kind, man.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be kind.
There ain't gonna be no mercy. We're struggling for mercy. It's just gonna be different levels of not getting no mercy. So some men are gonna get even less mercy because they deserve it. You're gonna be catching hell, but some Edomites just gonna catch more hell. But you're all gonna be catching hell.
I read this in the NLT. It says, do to her as she has done to others, double her penalty.
It's okay. This is why the Most High has made it evident to the world what you've done to us. Right. Ain't nobody gonna turn around and say, "Oh, you don't deserve that." No, everyone knows you deserve.
Oh, you're gonna get what you deserve. That's what the Joker said. Get what you deserve. That's what I mean. Get what you deserve.
Oh man, that's good.
It says, double her penalty for all her evil deeds. She brewed a cup of terror for others, so brew twice as much for her.
Terror. And that's how you're going to be living. You're talking about terrorists, bro. I'm going to show you about terrorism, bro. You're going to be living under terrorism for 1,000 years, man. Every day is a punishment for you so that you can understand the error of your ways and you can be made an example out of. So you've been doing too much and getting away with it, man. Too much. Right?
Precept.
All right. Yeah, last one in the
Ezekiel 25 and 14. I'm gonna get it in the NLT. I will accomplish this. I will accomplish this by the hand of my people Israel, that they will carry out my vengeance with anger, and Edom will know that this vengeance is from me. I, the sovereign Lord Yahweh, have spoken.
right. Yeah. And the Lord has said, chimping out his ancestry. Yeah. When the time comes. Ready, set, ready, steady, go. So with that, you know, close out, man. The call on Yahweh. The apostles, the elders, the great millstone. Shalom to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways.